Let's send it live. Send it live and see what happens. All right. Getting ready for Game 5, Kraken Stars. Still 8.5 minutes left in Game 5 of Devils Hurricanes, tied at 2. Both teams with 25 shots on goal, so this one could head to overtime, which would definitely complicate things. Would definitely like to see this one end in regulation, because I don't know. It's already going to get pushed. Like, I already know Kraken Stars is already going to get pushed back. Can feel it coming. So it'll probably be 6:50, but for right now it says 6:30, so we're getting ready. Getting ready to watch the Kraken hopefully win another Game 5. Got a few things in the chat here. People already hanging out. See, Laura says, okay, coffee bet on Beniers or Larson to score tonight. I would be happy with the and there. Side note, glad to see the Hurricanes teaching the Devils some manners. It's fun watching them have to work so hard. I mean, like, yeah, I get. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the closest game of this series. Canes lead the series 3-1. Could end it tonight. But with 8 minutes left, they still have some work to do there. Which I already know my streaming through YouTube TV, I already know it's like 30 seconds behind. There's not really anything I can do about it, so we'll probably be a good 45 seconds to a minute behind as far as the stream and reactions and all that. But got some Go Krakens in here. Go Kraken indeed. Go Kraken for sure. Let's see, IMO Gudis from the Panthers should get charged for assault for check he had into the boards. Don't want to see players with given life-changing head injuries. I don't know if I saw that one in particular, but I'll take your word for it. It's the playoffs. There's definitely some bad hit. Like Eberle's hit was bad. Obviously, McCarr's hit on McCann was terrible. There's definitely bad hits that the playoffs are so charged that it does happen as much as most players try to avoid it. I mean, heck, again, both McCarr and Eberle just in that series, neither one of those are dirty players or have any kind of history of that kind of stuff. So, if guys like that are having hits, that it's going to happen, unfortunately. But yeah, you got to respond to it. You got to respond to it when it happens, and that has been kind of more the problem, is the NHL has had no consistency to responding to those problems. George Peros, the head of the Department of Player Safety, I'm sure must enjoy having basically already retired but collecting a paycheck from the NHL, so he doesn't do anything. Trent says hi. Hi, Trent. Take over if you are near Alex or Moore, Oklahoma. Tornado warnings. Oh, take cover if you're near Alex or Moore, Oklahoma. Yeah, stay safe out there, everybody. Stay safe. Even potentially Blunder fans. Tornado warning near Norman, Oklahoma. Oh, man. Oklahoma just getting smacked by tornadoes, apparently. Who's your favorite player for each team? Seahawks, Mariners, and Kraken? Well, I feel like I get asked every stream with who's my favorite Kraken player. I don't... It bounces around for who the favorite Kraken player is. I think with these playoffs, it's hard not to go with Yanni Gourde, just the way he plays in the postseason. Obviously, learned what it took to win a Stanley Cup, doing it back-to-back years with the Lightning. And it's definitely rubbed some of that off on at least the Kraken players that hadn't already won the Cup. But I think it's hard not to say Gourde so far. Whoa, big chance there for the Canes to try and take the lead. Whoa, another save. Another shot. Blocked out in front. Canes still have it. Another shot. No. And they do get it out. So yeah, with the Kraken, it's hard to pick one, but there's a number. I mean, I don't know if there's really any guys on the team I don't like. So picking a favorite's hard, but Seahawks right now, ugh. I mean, I'd be tempted to say Tyler Lockett, but he's a Blunder fan, and that's I mean, I still like Lockett. Everyone has their, you know, everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has their flaws, and being a blunder fan is definitely a big one for Tyler. Obviously, Geno Smith's story is pretty fun, and you got to love that "Don't write back" quote from last year. Obviously, everyone loves DK for how good he is. So, yeah, I don't know. My favorite Seahawk all time, it's got to be. Oh, actually, yeah. There you go. Bobby Wagner. He's back on the team, so I can say Bobby Wagner again. We'll go Bobby. I think Bobby might be. Bobby's probably my favorite Seahawk of all time. May have been Russell for a while, but then we know what happened there. But say Bobby. Doug Baldwin, also a huge fan of Doug Baldwin, but obviously that's a ex-Seahawk, so not on the team anymore. Mariners, well, my favorite athlete of all time is Ken Griffey Jr., so as far as all time's concerned, that one's easy. As for right now, I mean, Julio Rodriguez is the easy answer, but I'm a big fan of J.P. Crawford. I don't know, he's definitely got the personality. I mean, not that Julio definitely does as well, but I would go with JP for the Mariners right now. Get a little bit of an off the board pick. Isn't just like the best player. Hello. Hi, Hero. Hello. What's going on, Luke? I noticed how you didn't go live last. Y'all got. I mean, I didn't go live for either of the home games. I'm at the home game, so I don't go live for those ones. So can't go live while you're in the arena. So yeah, I wasn't live for the Kraken absolutely stomping the Stars in Game 3, and I wasn't live for the Kraken having an off game in Game 4. Oh, and then yeah, KJ with he was at the last game. Only does the only yep. I only do away games because I'm fortunate enough to be at least most, if not all, the home games. So not only away game streams, which it's been a while since I watched a home game on TV. It's what like the one thing you do miss being at the arena. I'm definitely not complaining, but is you don't really get to have that sense of a comparison of what it looks like to you don't get that sense of comparison with watching games from other arenas on the TV and then not being able to watch the home ones, but not gonna complain too much about why I can't watch the home games on TV or stream them. But yeah, we're getting ready. Hopefully for another good game 5. Just like Kraken obviously came into Colorado in Game 5 with the series tied at 2, although that time they were coming off a win, but it's been every other so far throughout this series. Kraken have won the odd-numbered games, and the Stars have won the even-numbered ones, so hopefully that trend continues. Let's see if we have any updates as far as start time. It's, again, supposed to be 6:30, but like we know, it's probably not going to be. Yeah, ESPN still says 6:30, but I'm sure it'll be at least 6:50, and then we might end up. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this, but we might. If this game goes to overtime, then it'll be interesting to see what happens. I don't know if they'll just start it up on ESPN2, and then hopefully we can get the stream in time to catch the very start. So, you know what? It would just be nice if one of these two teams could end it in regulation. One of the two could score. Personally, for the bracket, for bracket purposes, I have Carolina winning this series, so I'd be fine with Carolina just winning it and moving on. But I really don't care. I just want one of these two teams to end this in regulation so we can move on to Stars Kraken. As fun as overtime hockey is, I'm fine with it when it isn't getting in the way of the team I actually want to watch. Hanover, Ontario. Welcome from Hanover, Tim. Still got 4 minutes, just under 4.5 minutes, or just over 4 minutes, I guess you could say, in the third period of Game 5 of Carolina, New Jersey. Tied at 2. Carolina starting to get some pressure, maybe trying to end it in overtime, or before we get to overtime, which would be ideal. Let's go. Yep, let's go indeed. Let's go Kraken. Right now, let's go whichever team scores in regulation and make sure this game doesn't go to overtime. Between the Devils and the Canes. The last ex-Kraken left in the playoffs. Oh, actually, that's not true. Toronto's not dead yet. But I suppose Carolina's just as close to being out at the moment. Oh, save made by Anderson. But Nathan Bastian, number 14 for the Devils, was number 14 for the Kraken for a little bit, but then they waived him and he went right back to the Devils where he came from the expansion draft. Four minutes left. They could still score 12 more goals. Not everyone scores as fast as the Kraken. Now we're down to 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. Oh, both Hughes brothers are playing in this game. I don't know. Has Luke Hughes been playing the whole series? Obviously, Jack has been a huge part of this series, but how long until we get both the Hughes brothers on a line? How long has it been since we had two brothers like playing on a top line? Has it been since the Sedins that two brothers have played on a top line in the NHL? Obviously the Sedins being twins, so a little bit different, but sure there's a good connection there. Maybe not Sedin's level, but can't stay for the latter half of the game, finals, exams. Got to make sure you get the studying in. But I'm still cheering for the boys in blue. Absolutely. Green might be my favorite color, but not for this series. Blue over green. Blue's the better color for this series. Hopefully we can get this game. We got 3 minutes left in this one. Still, this one's on TNT, so yeah, I don't know what they do if... All right, so it says 6:40, so the start has already gotten pushed back to 6:40. Come on, one of you score. 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in regulation here. Just somebody score, I don't care who. Just stop playing defense and just play some... Oh, here we go. Out in front. Oh, no. Stop playing defense. Here we go. Shot. Deflected out. Is it out of play? We got a whistle. Is it a penalty? Power play? I don't think so. I think they were just playing because it was out of play. We need Leafs to win at home. It'll be too depressing otherwise. Go Kraken. Cheers from Chile. I've been there. I've been to Santiago and to Portillo in Chile. But go Kraken indeed. Felipe, go Kraken indeed. How are you watching this? I can't get it on the ESPN app. It's on TNT, which is probably why. I don't think ESPN has it. ESPN Plus probably doesn't have it because it's on TNT. which the Kraken game is also on TNT. So if you don't have that, then I'll do my best to give the play-by-play for it. But yeah, both games tonight are on TNT/TBS, I guess. And we're hoping that because of that, we can just get this one to end in regulation. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left to Game 5 of Carolina, New Jersey in the third period. Hopefully one of them can just score so we can move on. Here we go. Who is this? One of the Carolina's players has it behind the net. Still has it behind the net. Oh, getting out. Up to the point. Burns fires a shot, and that is... Oh! Shot! Oh, just wide. No. Oh, that was such a good opportunity. I'm just cheering for offense here. Here we go. Back in. We're in offensive zone. One of them. It doesn't matter which one. 1 minute left. All right, New Jersey on the breakout. No. Get out of the neutral zone. Back into the offensive end. Good job. Yeah. Out in front. Nope. Deflected out. To the side. All right, here we go. 1 minute. No, neutral zone isn't where we want it. Offensive end. There we go. Back in. Somebody make a mistake. Somebody make a defensive mistake. That's what we're looking for. I'm watching on YouTube TV with a 30-day free trial. Yeah, that's the way to go. It's on YouTube TV and pretty consistent. Here we go. 40 seconds left. Carolina cycling. Oh, it goes wide. New Jersey's going to get it out. Oh, big hit. No, it's in the neutral zone. No, get it out of there. Back into the offensive end. Good job. Someone get after it. Oh. Don't want the team on defense to have it there. 15 seconds left. Looks like OT indeed. Out in front. Oh! Oh, no. Stream is having issues. I apologize. Apparently, internet is having some issues. No, overtime. Boo. Boo. We don't want overtime. All right, well, hopefully the stream's still working all right. Hopefully the internet can catch up here in a little bit. Seems like the internet might be slow. Let me know if things are off, and I'll try to... I mean, I don't know what I can do about it, but hopefully it'll just figure itself out here. Oh, there we go. We're back. We're back. Back to excellent stream quality. That's what we like to see. Excellent connection. Like that little green dot, not the yellow one. Well, it looks like we're headed to overtime for Carolina versus New Jersey, which means that... I don't know what they're going to do as far as starting the Kraken Stars game. They can only delay it so long, and then they'll start it, because they can't just wait for this game to end, because you never know how many overtimes it'll take or how deep into overtime it'll go. Now, TBS does also... TNT and TBS are the same company, so maybe they just put it on TBS. Oh no, right now it just says they pushed it back another 9 minutes, so we're at a 6:49 Pacific time start. So already pushed out another 20 minutes, or 12 minutes. When the Kraken advance, I'm going for YouTube TV. Can we bring the heat today? Let's go. Kraken need to, yeah, I like to see a bounce back game from them here. At least, you know what? If you lose playing your best, that's one thing, but gotta be playing the best. And honestly, I felt like the Kraken still managed to create some chances even with a pretty sloppy game. So if they can just clean up some of that sloppiness, they'll be able to score like they did in Game 3 again Really didn't seem like Ottinger was on his game. The Kraken weren't really able to generate enough offensive anything with their sloppy passing. So was they what 22 shots on goal or something? They really didn't get very many shots on goal. Never mind offensive zone time and all that stuff. So were you at home games? Yeah, I was at the home games. Hughes and Severson to win for Jersey. Which Hughes? Apparently, both Hughes are playing in this game, so it could be either one. But yeah, I go to pretty much all the home games. So actually, I think I've been to every home game this year, which is because of media access for the most part. Got half season tickets as well, so I go to some as just a fan. All right, Kraken out on the ice. All right, apparently it'll start on True TV, whatever the heck that is. So if this game is still going in 12 minutes when the Kraken game starts, then it goes to True TV, and I do not have any idea what that is, or if that's available on YouTube TV. I'm gonna go to Fubo and see if they have True TV. Otherwise, this could be a frustrating night. Is it TRU? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to have access to True TV just in case we come to that point. Cause oh boy. Why couldn't you just end the game in regulation, Carolina or New Jersey? Either one of you would have been nice. Would have been nice. Okay, looks like okay. Looks like YouTube TV has True TV, so we should be good. Should be good with True. With if it comes to that, I got the True TV pulled up here. They're showing Impractical Jokers right now, so if you want to watch Impractical Jokers until suddenly the Kraken interrupt that in 12 minutes if this game doesn't end quickly in regulation, then or sorry, in overtime. All right, let's get caught up on some chats because we might as well. They're in the intermission right now. Countdown to overtime, 9 minutes. So yeah, it's got to end in the first like 2 minutes of overtime if we're not gonna just jump over to Kraken Stars. Let's see here. I knew it. Wicked. It's time to release the Kraken. Yeah, let's go. Isn't True TV like murder shows and stuff? I think it's just one of those networks where they put like whatever will get them ratings at random points in the day. Like again, I just said it's an Impractical Joke. Looks like they're just running Impractical Joker marathon right now on True TV. So don't really know what they do here, but never really watched True TV. But I guess we'll be getting that opportunity here soon enough. Must be owned by TNT since they are taking that over. I'm watching on NHL streaming. Yeah, it's a consistent way to go for sure. Honestly, finished off game 4 pretty strong, so I'm not worried, but I hope they come out skating fast tonight. Yeah, the third period was pretty good. Kalen saying that. Thank you, Kalen, for joining. Yeah, game 3 they started out pretty strong, or started out they did not start out game 3. Man, I'm all over the place. Third period they played a great third period there in game 5. Uh, Obviously, you would have liked to see them play that way the entire game, but and some of that I think was just because that massive lead that the Stars had, they were happy to just kind of play defense and kill off clock, which ultimately ended up working. But the Kraken were able to take advantage of that, and they had a number of opportunities that just they couldn't find the bounces. The Stars kind of let them back into that game, and hopefully that allows them to get going in this one. Again, I would kind of expect that McCann has a bigger role than I think they're kind of easing him in with that last game, and it took him a little bit, took him a period or maybe 20, 30 minutes to knock off the rust there. But I expect McCann back on either the first or second line. Don't know for sure yet. And McCann definitely was getting more into the game there by the third period. So could be a big game for McCann here in game 5. Yeah, either way, they obviously were not happy with how that game went, and hopefully can bounce back. We've seen this series just pinball back and forth. And if by 6:50 this game isn't over, then we'll hop over to True TV, and hopefully they won't be still on Impractical Jokers. Otherwise, we'll become a Impractical Jokers stream. Just kidding. Just kidding. We'll make sure we stick with the Kraken regardless of where they are. Might have to bounce back and forth, which hopefully doesn't cause too much of a delay in the stream, but we'll figure it out if it happens. Not nearly as frustrating for the Devils if they lose in OT. I mean, I think it'd be frustrating for the Devils to get knocked out of the second round in 5 games, but yeah, if you go to OT, at least you put up a fight. Oh, what is Meyer doing there? Meyer had the empty net and he just put it past it instead of a classic. It was a classic Wenberg type of situation. He tried to pass it back to the other side when he had the wide empty net. He put it behind the goaltender, just off to the other side, looking for a pass to Hughes on the other side when the puck went in front of an empty net. So you could have just shot it there, and that would have prevented us from being in this situation where we're going to overtime. Come on, Timo. On TNT right now. Yeah, it's on TNT right now, but again, we're going to overtime in this game. 5 minutes till that starts, and unless somebody ends it in the first couple minutes of overtime, we're going to have to jump over to True TV and hope that that's where the Kraken are. That's what they said on the broadcast, so hopefully it's the same on YouTube TV where streaming it from. Bingo, Kraken. Go Kraken. Indeed, indeed. Appreciate the channel and your personality is tops. Good luck with the growth. Thank you. Thank you, linebacker 54. Bobby? Is that you, Bobby? You weren't linebacker 45 last season, were you? Is anyone here in here from near Oklahoma City? If not, I'll stop giving the tornado warnings. I can't imagine I've made too many Oklahoma City fans with my clear disdain for their basketball team that they robbed, took in the night, heisted from Seattle, where it still belongs. All right, players taking the ice. 4 minutes until that game gets started, and we got like 2 minutes. Yeah, it has to end like. Oh, here we go. Yeah, True TV is switch now from Impractical Jokers to pregame. So we'll switch over to that one. All right, we're now, according to YouTube TV, we're now an Impractical Jokers stream, but it's just where the Kraken game happens to be because of nobody could end this in regulation in Carolina. So watch the national anthem. Do we hear any C's or red glare? All right. Is anyone in here from New York? Oh, yeah, I already read that. Puzzled as to why the games are so oddly scheduled. Yeah, I don't know why they insist on doing these 2.5 hour gaps between games when every single time, I think it's been pretty much every single time in these playoffs except for once. And even that one, I think is because the game before actually started a little bit earlier. So every time they've had this 2.5 game break where the game before the Kraken starts at 4 and then the Kraken game starts at 6:30 Pacific time. Every single time the Kraken game ends up getting pushed back to 6:50. And obviously, like overtime, there's no way for them to predict overtime, but they've never gotten it started at 6:30 on time, so I don't know why they keep scheduling it that way. Got the national anthem going right now, so getting ready. All right, you never know. I mean, there are a lot of Canadians watching. Yeah, you never know where people are from. Never know. We had Felipe from Chile was in here earlier. I know we got people from like Germany and the UK, Australia that comment on videos. So people from all over, and Trent here from Kelowna. If there's hockey, Canadians will come. Huge game. Let's get a W. Absolutely, Ryan. Let's get this W. Take the 3-2 series lead. It'd be big for the Kraken. They managed to do it in the series against the Avalanche. The Kraken are 4-2 on the road in these playoffs. Let's see if we can't make it 5-2. Grubauer obviously back in net for the Kraken. Not too much of a surprise, even though he didn't play the third period. Again, I don't really think it was too much on Grubauer what happened there in Game 4. His numbers didn't look great, but a lot of weird bounces. One save that he probably could have and maybe should have had. But not the most sound defense from the Kraken. Wow, the Kraken have really put a dent in Ottinger's postseason save percentage. Just over 900 in the postseason for Ottinger, and he came in with like a... I think Ottinger came into this series with, in 6 games against the Wild, it was, I want to say a 929 save percentage, and now he's down to 903. All right, here we go. Gord wins it back for the Kraken, and now it goes down behind the Kraken net where Larson and Jason Robertson go after it. Gord has it. Now Bjorkstrand into the offensive end. Gord has it down behind the net for Eli Tolvanen. Tolvanen up to the point. Dunn wires a shot. Ottinger makes the save. Up the boards, Gord has it. Gord fires off the shot. Save made again by Ottinger. Looking for tips. Haven't found one yet. As Dunn passes back to Larson. Now back in the Kraken end as they regroup. We've got going here. Here's Morgan Geekie. Still no Daniel Sprong. But that does mean that Cartier and McCann can still fit into the lineup without really too much having to figure out what to do. Here's Borgen in. Borgen Oh, from a tight angle, fires it off. Here's Schwartz with the puck off along the boards. Tries to work towards it, but can't quite hold on to the puck. Lindell trying to fight off Wemberg is able to do so, and now the Stars back out. 6 hours away from Seattle, Kelowna. Surprised you aren't at the CPA tonight. Yeah, I thought about it, but you know what? I figured out, I'm going to be watching it on a screen either way. It would be fun to be there, but be fun to be there. Definitely thought about it. Since it's on TV though, and I mean watching it on a screen, either way, I figured out might as well watch it on the screen at home and stream it for all you fine people here in the stream. 52, 53 of you so far. Hockey is for everybody, indeed. Hockey is for everyone, indeed. Stars win the faceoff in their end of the ice. It's Fosca who gets it out. Now down into the Kraken end where Susie lays a not incredibly hard hit, but a hit nonetheless along the boards. Out for Eberle. Eberle pushes it up. Just past Cartier. Now Heiskanen will dump it back into the Kraken end. Whoops. Susie gets put on his butt as he kind of got stood up. Oh, Dellandrea had a good opportunity there, but he missed the goal. All right, Heiskanen has it down in Dallas's end of the ice. Just under 18 minutes left here in the first. Another shot from Domi. Rebounds out. McCann has it. McCann still on the fourth line with Donato and Tanev. Donato out in front. Tanev couldn't quite get his stick to it, but a good look there. Out in front. Donato shot! Goes off the back, off the side of the goal, I think. Donato just missed the net there. Going for a hit, not landing one. Here's Domi with it coming into the Kraken end. He's hounded by Donato. Donato lays a hit down in the corner. Larson has the puck. Up to McCann. McCann out to the middle for Dunn. Dunn out in front of the Kraken net. Zigzagging around to try and get away from Jason Robertson. Eventually just passes it off. Larson back to Dunn. Dunn, a little bump pass. Here's Gord in. Tolvanen up. Trying for a tip. Didn't have it off the end boards. Here's Gord again behind the net into the corner. Back behind the Stars net. Pavelski has it now as he throws it into the neutral zone and turns it over to Alexiak. Here we go. Thanks for choosing your online fans and streaming for us. You're welcome. Fubo or ESPN. It's on, well, actually, it's on True TV right now, but it's supposed to be on TNT. So I'm watching through YouTube TV at the moment. Stars, Lindell the shot from well out, no tip. Grubauer with the save. Oh, and Wyatt Johnston scores. It's 1-0 Stars. Pope. I don't know how they managed to get that pass through, but Stars score first for the 4th time in the series. That has kind of turned around on the Kraken. They scored first in all 7 games of the first against the Avalanche, but only scored first in 1 game so far here. Oh, and that just goes right through the legs of Borgen. Who's that has the pass? Is that Dodonov that has the pass? No. No, it's Jamie Benn with the pass. Well, still lots of time left. Just 4 minutes gone in the games. The Stars take the lead. Here we go. Beniers out with the puck. Fights it away from Fosca, and now back into the Kraken end to regroup. Larson going through the neutral zone, looking for a quick response here, and apparently offside. Glad to see they're shooting a lot. Yeah, already 4 shots for the Kraken, just 1 on net for the Stars. Unfortunately, that one did go in, and not a ton Grubauer could have done there. Just a shot from right out in front of the goal. Borgen was between Grubauer and the shot as well, so I don't know if he really even saw it. And it came from a pass behind. It's just a good play by the Stars, and there wasn't a block, so. Here we go. Right in, shot. Rebounds out from Donato. Stars have now been credited with the second shot, so maybe it wasn't the first shot on goal, but. Kraken with 5 shots, so it has been a pretty good start for the Kraken, other than just that one little passing play they allowed, and it cost them. Here we go. Donato in. Donato getting a lot of time out there. This third or fourth line for the Kraken getting a lot of time here in the early going. 5 minutes gone here in the first period. Poop. Yeah, I have to make sure that I don't say the words that are going through my brain all the time. Otherwise, this wouldn't be the family-friendly stream, especially when things like that happen. Already haven't even pulled the game up. Oh no. And Rope hence beats Grubauer clean. That's when Grubauer has to save. Well, this is not a good start. Yeah, that's one Grubauer has to have. I mean, it's a nice shot from Hintz, but. Yeah, you got to have that one if you're Grubauer. Just beats Grubauer over the glove. Not a good start. 2 goals on 3 shots for the Stars. The Kraken have. Oh, Haxtell is not happy on the bench. Again, the first one could have been defended better. That one, I think they maybe you could have made it a little bit harder to get in the offensive end, but honestly, that's just one Grubauer has to have. Still early. The Kraken have come back from worse. Well, they've never won a game where they're down 3, so it's pretty important that they score in the next one here, but. Although that having been said, if the Stars do score, wouldn't better to have your first 3-goal comeback. They've come back to tie 1 game down 3. They've never won. Ottinger with the save there on another shot from Dunn. Kraken creating most of the offense, just not the goals. As the Stars came out fast, and it's 2-0 Stars early on. It's all right. I'll just make the comeback that much sweeter, right? Don't count them out. The momentum in this series changes on a dime. Yep, definitely has. It's been a very interesting series in that it pretty much whatever you expect game to game, moment to moment has not been what tends to happen. Sweet. I love not wanting to watch anymore just after a few minutes. Garbage effort. Dang it. Yeah, not a good start. Not a good start, but there's still plenty of time. They've created the offensive chances. They've got the Kraken are out shooting the Stars 2-1 so far. I mean, like they've got 6. I think it's 6 shots to 3, but yeah, one Grubauer never had a chance on, and then one he just has to have a save on. And I mean, like you give the Stars credit on that first goal, but the second one, that's one you need to stop. I subscribe to YouTube TV just for the Devils and Hurricanes to go to OT and not show the Kraken. It's okay. It's still on. It's on True TV. So if you're on YouTube TV, search for true TV, and it might say that it's Impractical Jokers, but it's actually Kraken Stars. So maybe this is just a bad impractical joke right now. Maybe that's what we're dealing with. Just a bad joke. A bad joke early on here. It's the year of the comeback. Here we go. Shot from Cartier. Out. Oh. Whoa. Cartier just got hit into the boards. Popped right back up. He's good. Come on. Show some fight, guys. Cartier took another big hit there. That was a little bit more of a reverse hit. Oh, big hit. Who was that? Susie laid a big hit right in front of the Kraken bench. That'll get the guys going. Here we go. Eberle out in front of the net, looking for someone to pass to. There's no one there. Schwartz in now. Second line out for the Kraken. Done. And the Stars through the neutral zone. Heiskanen in with the puck, looking for a pass. Boy, this is the first time these playoffs where, other than like, overtime and those last couple of minutes where you just like every time the puck goes towards the Kraken net, you're getting nervous with how this game has started. I mean, Grubauer's played so well in these playoffs that you've been able to, like, unless it gets really dangerous, you're not really too worried. But yeah, not a good start here. Kraken, as we've seen, it can lay on offense in a hurry, so. But the Stars can definitely lock a game down defensively. Gotta make sure you keep this offensive pressure up that they've had. They just haven't been able to find the net quite yet. Good stick there. Oh, Stars in, odd man rush. Pass across to Ben. Not good enough for a shot. Here we go. Kraken getting it out. Schwartz up to Bjorkstrand along the boards. Bjorkstrand circles it back for Schultz. Schultz looking for a pass as the Kraken try to get through the neutral zone. Right up. Tanev not quite able to get to it. Foxa out to the side. Delandria, with the shot. That goes out of play. Hey, not a great start. All right, here, give me a second. But most face-offs and Devils ended so far. Haven't seen if the Devils Canes game has ended yet. Looks like they're still in OT, so. Not the start we wanted. Canes win. Someone said the Canes just won right as I looked at it. Let's see, is that true? Canes on the power play? Yep. Carolina wins on the power play goal. Takes the series 4-1 over New Jersey. And the Hurricanes are the first team to move on to a conference final. Alexiak gets a shot off, but another save, and we got some pushing and shoving in front of the Dallas net. Alexiak reacquainting himself with some of his old friends. Yeah. All right, we're going back to TNT. So our time with the Impractical Jokers is over, and now the Kraken's comeback can start. As the Hurricanes will face... All right, well, I don't know how far behind we're going to be, but they said they're moving them back over to TNT. Currently, we're watching a handshake line between the Canes and Devils. Okay, come on now. Well, the Kraken lasted longer so far. If they won 2 games in the second round at the very least, no matter what happens the rest of this game, if Game 5 and Game 6, and if there's a Game 7. Devils only managed to win 1 game, so the 2 teams that made it to the second round of the playoffs after drafting in the top 5 are actually top 4 of last year's draft. 2 teams made it to the second round, that being the Kraken and Devils. The Kraken are the only ones still remaining of those 2. All right, there we go. We've cut back to Kraken Stars. Probably like a minute behind what it actually is. The stream is definitely 30 seconds behind at least. And then YouTube always has a delay of 15 seconds. So my reaction will be a bit delayed if you're watching it fully live. Wolf! He just fell over. Can the Kraken take advantage? 4-on-3 coming into the offensive end. Larson's the one down behind the net. Up to Geeky. Geeky tries to throw it in front. Oh, he got his chance for Wemberg. But he passes it. Shot behind the net. Wemberg tries to keep it in. He does. Schultz to the side. Larson's shot goes wide. Larson fighting for the puck with Heiskanen along the boards. Bouncing around along the boards, and it's back out. Kraken still fighting for it. It's Schwartz who has it. Off the side of the net. Oh! Of course, they can't get the lucky bounce. Would have been a lucky bounce if it goes in, but after how the last game went, the Kraken could use a bounce to go their way, especially also with how this game has started. Shots on goal are 9-4 in favor of the Kraken, but unfortunately the scoreboard is not reflecting a similar ratio. Here's Cartier in. Cartier looks for a pass, fires the shot. Save made. Kraken definitely firing off shots, looking for rebounds. So far, Ottinger has been able to control everything that comes towards him. And it looks like Ottinger's mask may have come loose, so the Kraken should get a face-off in Dallas' end of the ice now. Canes won. Heading back to TNT. Yep, so it is back on TNT now. Jesper Fast got the game-winning OT goal for the Canes. Here we go. Kraken won a faceoff in the offensive end. How about it? Shot goes wide of the net, though, and the Stars will get it out. Oh, out of play. So we'll get another face-off in Dallas's end. Aw, too bad. I guess I'll be seeing Damian Severson early for golf. No Mason Marchment apparently for here for the Stars. I was gonna say I hadn't seen him out there. Well, hopefully he's not too badly hurt, but the Kraken won't miss him. Here we go. Shot. Rubbed out. It's Bjorkstrand and Schultz fighting for it as Tolvanen now goes to take over for Schultz so he can get back up to his defensive spot. Bjorkstrand holding onto the puck, does get it up along the boards to Alexiak. Alexiak back down to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand fires off a shot. Oh, Borgen just couldn't get it to settle for him. Oh, good turning play there from Gord, but his feet get taken out. Incidental, so no call. Alexiak forcing it in as he goes off to finish a change. The fourth line coming out for the Kraken. And Domi was in on a break, but he was well offside. He was quite offside. I don't know what he's complaining about. I mean, he probably isn't. He's probably actually he had a little smile. He knew it. He knew he was offside. Face off outside the Kraken end. 6:45 left here in the first period, so the Kraken would really like to get at least one back here before the first ends. Oh, and that's going to be played by a high stick. Yeah. All right, here we go. McCann got his legs taken out at the face-off, but he's back up. That should be an icing. Yep. Icing from the Stars will come back down to their end of the ice for another face-off, as it's just been face-off after face-off here. Kraken have won a couple of them, though, so at least there's that. They're showing Domi's goal that was on the goaltender interference like it wasn't, but whatever. Domi scored that one because of goaltender interference, but that's neither here nor there at this point. It's in the past. Go. Beniers line out there fighting for it. Eberle along the boards. Beniers now fighting off two Stars, but can't quite get to it first. Pinching in is done. Nice play. Eberle out in front. And they're saying hand pass. I guess Dunn must have hit it with his hand. I don't know. Another face-off in the Dallas end with 6 minutes left in the first. Heiskanen. Here we go. Kraken back in the offensive end. And the Stars are able to get it out, but can they keep possession? No. Wennberg has it up to Geekie. Geekie along the boards doesn't have a pass, so he holds on to it into the corner. Schwartz down there fighting for it. Geekie looks like he has it, but it's still up against the boards in the feet. Heiskanen has it coming out now. But Susie pinches in. Now Heiskanen does have it, and he'll chip it out. That might come all the way back for icing, and it will. So icing and the face-off after face-off continues as we'll get another one in the Dallas end once again, this time after an icing. Yeah, it was goaltender interference, but that's okay. It's not really worth getting into again, but if you read the rules, it is goaltender interference. Obviously, goaltender interference is a total crapshoot, though, when it comes to how it's officiated, and even when it comes to instant replay. You might as well flip a coin, because you never know. And it wasn't the second one. The second one, I think the second contact you can make an argument wasn't, but the first one could have been a penalty for it. Let's go. Let's go, Kraken. Start the comeback. Oh, here's Tanev. McCann. And it's offside, I think. Yeah. Puck came into the offensive zone way up in the air, and the Tanev must have beat the puck. Beat the puck in. TNT needs to get a face-off update showed because it looks like there's been a lot of them. Let's see how many face-offs we've had. But 432 left in the first. Already 15 face-offs, it looks like. Kraken have won 6, the Stars have won 9. 15 face-offs. Obviously, the Stars are going to win more because they're just better at winning face-offs. Fact, the Avs won the cup having never won a face-off in the playoffs. Yeah, last year's Avs, if they had one weakness, it was not winning very many face-offs, but they managed to make it to and win the cup without too much trouble. So, I mean, I guess they got taken to 6 by the Blues and by the Lightning, but they're never taken to 7. And even those the series where they were taken to 6 didn't really. Obviously, if you're an Avs fan, or I mean, I was cheering for the Avs, but if like a diehard fan, it maybe felt a little bit more nerve-wracking. But I guess with the Blues series, there's a points in that series with the Blues where I felt like the Avalanche could lose that series, but that run felt pretty dominant last year from the Avalanche. Obviously, making very quick work of the Predators and the Oilers. Lamau Kraken's bunk. Don't know what that means. Was I a Kraken fan before or was I a hockey fan before the Kraken came to town? Yes, I've been a hockey fan in one way or another for a very long time. Went to a few Thunderbirds games as a kid. Cheered for the Canucks for a while just because they were the only team you could really get on TV here for a long time. I grew up in the Seattle area. So the Canucks were pretty much the only team you could consistently get on TV. And when I say consistently, I mean like probably 12 to 12, 13, maybe 14 games a year, and then playoffs. I mean, you can get the playoffs without trouble, but yeah, every now and then CBC would show Canucks games, and occasionally you'd get the odd one that was like nationally broadcast. But cheered for the Canucks until the 2011 Cup run, and then didn't really like the way the Canucks fan base responded to that one, so I switched to the Avalanche at that point and was an Avs fan until the Kraken showed up. Oh, turnover. Out in front. Wemberg shot. Oh, didn't go through. I think he put it wide. Out in front of the net. Good play by Wemberg. Up to Schwartz. Oh, Larson goes off of somebody out in front of the net. I think it was blocked up high from one of the Stars players. Just under 4 minutes left in the first. Still 2-0 Stars. Kraken have really controlled the game for the most part, but the scoreboard obviously, again, not reflecting that with the 2 early goals for the Stars. Kraken have played a pretty good game here, just not been able to capitalize on it yet. We'll say that the Stars have done a pretty good job of limiting the Kraken shots to the outside, but they have spent a lot of time in the offensive end. Here's Beniers skating up. Beniers shot! Blocked in front, I think. Soucy skating up, looking for a shot. Doesn't find one out behind the net. Beniers. Shot! Deflects wide. I think it was blocked again. Here we go. Circling around. Eberle fires it in. Blocked well out in front. Comes around the boards. Eberle blocking it on the other side this time. As the Kraken start to roll a change. Out to the far side where Soucy still has it. Third line coming out for the Kraken. Both Bjorkstrand and Tolvanen were in. Here's Gord. Oh, no one was on the far side. Gord tried to throw it across the blue line, but no one was there. Tolvanen has it back for the Kraken now. Gord in the neutral zone. Up to Alexiak. Alexiak has it taken for a second, but Gord gets to it and then gets away from him. Here's Domi trying to take it away from Borgen, but Borgen keeps it. Up in front. Gord now after it. Down behind the Dallas net. Under 2 minutes left in the first. Out in front. Oh, Gord couldn't get it. It goes over Gord's stick and goes out of the zone. Chipped in again. Bjorkstrand goes after it. Here we go. Lifted way up into the air. Vince Dunn has it away from Pavelski. He goes out to Larson. Larson wheeling around away from Rope Hintz. Up along the boards. McCann gets after it. McCann beats out the icing. Probably wouldn't have been anyway. McCann takes then a big hit. He's fine. Tanev looking for a pass. Puts it back down along the boards for Wenberg. And the net is off the post. So just over a minute left, and there's another face-off in Dallas's end. The most consistent thing about the NHL rules and reffing is it's inconsistent. That is true for almost everything. This period feels like Mariners and runners in scoring position. Plenty of opportunities, just missing the big hit. Yeah, the Kraken have been pressing a lot, but just can't quite get that dangerous attempt. Beniers had a couple of ones in tight, but there was blocked out in front. The Stars are keeping the area around the net pretty clean. The Stars are playing this defensively pretty similar to how the Kraken played the series against the Avalanche, letting up a ton of shots, but keeping them mostly to the outside. Here's McCann is up now with Beniers and Eberle on that line, so Kraken might be looking to switch things up here a little bit to get something going. Popped out. 30 seconds left in this first period. And apparently they're saying that was icing. Aw man, was hoping cheap seats got into sports. You must have had a bunch of mixed emotions last series. I mean, not really. I'm all in on the Kraken. Like, plus it was fun with the Kraken season not going great last year that I could kind of go all in on the Avalanche playoff run last year, and that worked out pretty well. So then I was like, all right, well, the Avalanche got their cup, and not that I really had mixed emotions when the Kraken and Avalanche played last year. Still all in on the Kraken. As this first period does come to an end, unfortunately, not a great Not a great score after one for the Kraken, but they were the better team for most of that period. Just not so far. The Stars have taken advantage of the few opportunities they've had, and the Kraken have not been able to find the net. What am I looking for? I'm trying to change this so it doesn't. There we go. There we go. Second period. But yeah, not really any mixed emotions. If anything, it was kind of a series where obviously I was going to be pretty disappointed if the Kraken lost, especially when it came to game 7, but I had that feeling of, you know what? Whoever wins this series, I'll cheer for the rest of the way. And at least a team that I like will be going to the second round. Which I like Carolina, so if the Stars win this series, if the Stars were to win this series, then there's not really a team that I like. I mean, I'd probably cheer for the Stars against either of the Oilers or Golden Knights. But I don't really like the Stars that much. Other than they're green. Like, the only thing I really like about the Stars is that they wear green jerseys. So I think unless the Kraken make the Stanley Cup final, I think the Canes are the second go-to team there. But let's go Kraken indeed. Kraken better come back next period or it's lights out. I mean, they're just down 5-3. They still series it like going down 3-2. The series isn't over. You do have to win 2 games in a row, obviously. Like you're the one that's up against it in game 6. But yeah, 3-2, being down 3-2, even if the Kraken don't come back in this game, the series is far from over. Being down 3-1, that is tough, and obviously 3-0 is even harder. I think it's only 4 teams have ever come back from 3-0 is what we've found out now that the Leafs went down 3-0. How many NHL teams don't have a plural name? I think it's 3? Is it 3? So Wild, Avalanche, Kraken. I think it's 3 in the NHL. Unless I'm forgetting one. But Avalanche, Wild, and Kraken. Am I forgetting one? I don't think I am. I think that's it. Let's go to Star. Dallas Hurricanes just beat New Jersey. Yeah, obviously we'd like a different score in this game so far, but at least for my bracket, I'm happy that the Canes won. Haven't lost faith. That's the way. Haven't lost faith. Yeah, Kraken massively outshooting the Stars. The Stars have gotten the better, like, dangerous opportunities, but I wouldn't say that they've gotten necessarily more of them. See, expected goals. Yeah, they're about even. The Kraken have been massively outshooting. The first goal that the Stars got, that's just a nice play to get around the Kraken defense, and really Grubauer not with a ton of chance on that one. All Wyatt Johnson had to do was put that one on net to one of the corners, and he was going to get the goal. So just a good play there from Jamie Benn on that first goal to get it to Wyatt Johnson for the shot. And then the second one is just one Grubauer has to have. The second one is definitely one Grubauer has to have for sure. The Kraken have had their chances, just a lot of blocks and a couple shots that went wide of the net. Norwood good. How many total? Avalanche is another. I was the same, but I'm from Colorado. Now I'd love a Stanley Cup final for the Kraken. Absolutely. Kraken in the Stanley Cup final all the way. Let's go. And what I like about the Kraken was the whole theme. If they appear in the Stanley Cup final, I might have the whole league questioning how to build a team. That's true. I feel like even just the run the Kraken have made this year is gonna, like, some teams are gonna try to. I mean, you can't ignore that part of the success the Kraken have had is that they, because of the depth of the team, they're able to give a lot more like ice time to guys that wouldn't have it otherwise and give them more of an opportunity. Plus, for what it's worth, they've done a very good job from the front office to coaching of finding ways to use the strengths of players. Like Ellie Tolvanen steps in, and the Kraken let Tolvanen play to his strengths, and that's why he's had so much success. And I feel like they've gotten away from that a little bit on the power play. Like they've tried to move Tolvanen around, and he hasn't really gotten as many of the one-time opportunities like he had early on when he first started playing for the Kraken. But Wild, huh? Who has slash where is the Wild? Copium, Lightning, nice. Missing the end. Oh yeah, Lightning as well. So yeah, there are 4 teams in the NHL. I forgot about the Lightning. They're not in the playoffs. Not anymore. Yeah, so 4 teams in the NHL. So I was like, wasn't there a 4th one? But yeah, so yeah, Wild, Avalanche, Lightning, Kraken. So 4 teams in the NHL without an S at the end. Then I don't know if the NFL has one. I'm like trying to think of this off the top of my head. I know baseball's got a couple because they have technically both of the Sox teams, the White Sox and Red Sox, both end with X instead of an S. But that might be a little bit cheating since it has the same sound, even if it's not the same letter. Stars better win the series. Hopefully not. Hopefully the Kraken win the series. What city are the Wild from? Minnesota. Minnesota. What city do they play in? I think they're near St. Paul's where they play. But yeah, they're. I think they play in St. Paul if I'm not mistaken. Who are tonight's superstars? Geeky and Schultz. So far, the Beniers line has been getting the best chances for the Kraken. The third line's been in that offensive end a lot. The fourth line's had a good amount of time on the ice. Honestly, the second line has kind of been the one that has felt really, the Kraken have had a lot of offensive opportunities, but they're just got to get a little bit more to the inside of the ice and get some more traffic in front of the net. That's kind of been the problem, is the Stars are able to block a lot of these shots, and the ones that are getting through are ones Ottinger is having too much trouble making saves on. But if the Kraken can keep this offensive pressure, they're going to find the net. So they just gotta keep it up. If the Kraken play this way the rest of the game, they'll be able to come back. There are 27 colleges who play at least D1 in sports that have a moniker that does not have an S. Interesting. Didn't know that. Second period blowout. McCann. Let's go. McCann hat trick in the second period. How about it? How about a McCann hat trick in the second period? I literally got into hockey this year. A football and football fan. I refused to CA. I think that got cut off from calling it soccer, but I think you're meaning football and soccer, but you're refusing to call soccer you're refusing to call the other football soccer. Either way. Soccer is the one that I just can't. It's so I don't know. Can't do it. I've tried, and I'll try again in the future. But it's so much. It's fun to play, but just watching it is like watching paint dry. Pepper him, pepper him with shots. Kraken keep getting shots. 14 shots in the first period. So at least from a counting total, that's a lot of shots on goal from the Kraken. So hopefully they can keep that up. Just get a little bit more to the inside would be nice. Um, Defensively, a couple of the chances they've let up have definitely been dangerous. Again, we talked about the first goal was certainly one of those right in the slot, right in front of the goal, shot from Wyatt Johnson off a pass from behind the net, which is about as dangerous as it gets. And then, yeah, and then the second one, Grubauer just has to have a save on. Really wasn't that dangerous of a shot. Oops, sent that message too prematurely. Uh, it's way too fast for Kraken to make it to the third round. I mean, the Golden Knights made it to the fourth round in their first year. This is the Kraken's second year, so nah, the Kraken got this. Stanley Cup final. They're going all the way. Kraken all the way. Someone needs to get on the board this period. Yeah, the Kraken definitely have to at least make it a 1-goal game going into the third. They need to get one at the very least in this second period and keep playing well defensively, keep the pressure on offensively. I refuse to call football soccer. All right, that's fine. I'm going to keep calling it soccer because it's easier, but that's fine. Teach their own. Too fast. It's been over 100 years since Seattle won the Stanley Cup. That's a good point. Yeah, Seattle's waited the longest for the Stanley Cup to come back. Not our fault that we had to just a lot of that was waiting for a team. Like I said the other day, Kraken fans, slow your roll. No, absolutely not slowing the roll. No fans are slowing the roll. What kind of fan base would just be like, oh yeah, yeah, whatever, we can just lose. I don't care if we lose. Well, fan bases that were hoping their team would get Connor Bedard were hoping their teams would lose, but that's no fan base is gonna be like complacent with their team losing in the playoffs. Like, don't get me wrong, even if the Kraken don't win another game in these playoffs and do end up getting knocked out in this round, this has been a great season. Been a total success. The Kraken are definitely playing with house money at this point, but we're riding the Kraken all the way. Kraken got this. This team's proved everyone wrong all season, and there's no reason to stop now. Oh boy, we got someone with a RJ Calabro Sports NHL schedule scoreboard update. Says hi. Hi. 48 by the end of the night. 48 shots by the end of the night. Or 48 goals. I would take 48 Kraken goals by the end of the night. I feel like at some point you'd just call it a night and go home, but gotta get a deflection. Yeah, you gotta get some traffic out in front of the net. Look for, I mean, the shots from the outside are fine as long as you can get traffic in front of the net for either screens, deflected shots, or rebounds. With the Kraken it's kind of like what we saw with the Kraken offense last year, where the Kraken offense last year was built around taking shots from the outside and trying to get those secondary opportunities or tips or screen whatever. Um, which is kind of the way Dallas likes to play their offense, but they just were never able to create enough traffic in the middle of the ice for it to be any more than just taking shots from the outside that would get saved. This year, the Kraken have created their offense off the rush, so. But yeah, it works as long as you can make that traffic in front of the net and in the slot happen. Sums up us Mariners fans. Don't jinx it. Not trying to jinx anything. Kraken aren't winning the Stanley Cup this year like this. They could. They could. You can't say they can't. They definitely they can until they're knocked out of the playoffs. And they haven't been knocked out yet. So as long as the team's in the playoffs, they can still win the cup. I mean, look at the what was that? What year was that? The Kings was that 24? No, I think it was 2012. The Kings won as the 8th seed, and then 2014, the Kings came back from 3-0 down. So plenty of times that fans have said that their team can't do something or that another team can't do something, and then it happens. So it's definitely still can happen. And this team wouldn't be in the second round if they couldn't win a cup or couldn't win in the playoffs with the team built the way they do and playing the way they do. Just ignorant to say that they can't. Some of us Mariners fans, they sure didn't they sure didn't bow down to the defending champs. They definitely did not. I'm a Mariners fan. Welcome in, Sammy. Go Mariners. Are they playing today? I've been following the Mariners just not as closely as I usually do. Oh, they play tomorrow. Just not as closely as I would usually follow the Mariners just because I'm so focused on the Kraken for now, but go back to watching some more Mariners whenever the Kraken season ends, hopefully in, say, mid to late June. Seattle probably wants Dallas to be less energetic. I mean, I guess. It couldn't hurt. I don't think that's really the problem for the Kraken, but yeah, I suppose. Like, Stars in 6. Eh, don't know. I don't believe so. I think this series probably goes to 7. Or maybe Kraken in 6, but nah. Seattle probably wants. I already said that one. Who scored? It was Wyatt Johnston on the first one. That was just a good play by Jamie Benn. All Johnston really had to do was get a shot off. And then the second one was Rope Hintz with a shot that Grubauer should have saved. So it was Johnston. The goals were Johnston and Hintz. Sure would be nice if regular season Gru went back into the closet. Again, the first one I don't think was on Grubauer, but the second one definitely was. Sure would be nice if regular... Oh, I just read that one. Trying to catch up here. I don't know. Leafs fans stay chill until given a good reason to be excited. It hurts too much to be disappointed so often. Yeah, but like, I mean, you can see from Leafs fans already, like, they got past the first round and they're all excited that they finally got past the first round. And then, you go down 3-0 and they're not just happy with the first round. They're already just as upset as if they had lost in the first round that they went down 3-0 in the second round. Now they did get one back, so they're excited about that. But like, I think that the attitude for Stars or for Leafs fans coming into the series may have been, oh, here's Robertson in, and he just turned it over to the Kraken. It has not been a good series for Jason Robertson. Here comes Hintz in with Robertson has the puck, drops it off. Pavelski shot, and rebound gets in. 3-0 Stars. Well, that one's not on Grubauer. They just let the Stars walk in there. And of course, Pavelski, another puck just bounces to him. He must have like magnets in his stick or something. It just bounces right to him. Kraken just let them have all the ice they want. I don't know what that is just terrible defense. Just give up all the ice they could want. Larson's got his back to the play. I mean, what's Grubauer supposed to do there? He's got three of the best stars forwards coming at him, and the Kraken defense just giving them all the ice that they want. They might as well have not been there. All right, Kraken need to respond now. Again, the Kraken have never come back from 3 goals down to win a game, so let's have that maybe happen now. Now would be a good time. Pretty bad start to this second period. Do you pull Grubauer now? No, not yet. If another one goes in here quickly, then yeah, you probably do. Again, only one of these has really been on him, but you don't want to, like, even if the defense is just playing bad, you got to switch goalies just to try and wake them up a bit. And if anything, just to make sure you're not leaving one guy in there just to get shelled and lose confidence when his defense isn't doing anything for him. Here we go. Beniers keeping the puck. Gets it up to Cartier to Eberle. Eberle to Larson. Shoots, scores! Oh, they needed that. There's the dangerous passing play they get. Larson's puts it in, and the Kraken can start the comeback. Hopefully. Please let that comeback begin now, but nice play by Beniers. Just keeps it away from Sagan and who was that? Just a nice passing play through. Like, look at this. Dallas at least has like guys with sticks in the lane and stuff like that. Like that could have been defended better for sure by Dallas. And it's a nice pass there from Eberle to get it to Larson for the shot. But at least the Stars had sticks in the passing lane. So the Kraken on the previous goal just again gave the Stars all the space and time that they wanted to just walk that right up to the net for the shot and rebound. All right, so it's still 2 minutes into the second period here, and we're back to where we started. So, you know what? Terrible defensive lapse there in the early minute, but Kraken get one back, and they're right back to where we started at pretty much the still beginning here of the second period. Plenty of time to get 2 more back. Mike says he hates Dallas too. I don't hate Dallas. Oh, Bone said he hated Dallas. Sammy finally, let's go. Yeah, there we go. Laura won the coffee bet because Larson scored. Bing bong. Daniel Sprong's not playing. Uh, well, their garbage took you so trying to save you a few hours of your life. I don't know what Mike's saying there, but calling it now, this game's going to be 10 plus goals. Got a long way to go to get there. Shoot, not even game 3 got to 10 plus. The Kraken only scored 7 in that one. Larson, another shot. Group out. What am I saying? Grew's all the way the other end of this. Ottinger glove save, and it was frozen. Okay. Glove save by Ottinger there. Ottinger was a little bit screened by his own guy there. I don't know. But made the glove save and get a face off in Dallas's end. 3 minutes gone in the second period. And who wins the face-off? Wennberg wins the face-off. Wennberg gets it. Oh, it just bounces over Dunn's stick. To Larson. Larson up along the boards. Chipped. In. Here's McCann up to Schwartz. Schwartz still has it. Out to McCann behind the net. McCann circling around. Looking for a pass. Almost had one. McCann playing with the second line now. Taking Geeky's spot. Which is kind of where I expected them to be putting him, to be honest. But Here comes the second line out now. Or third line, sorry. Dunn has the puck behind the Kraken net as he gets it not quite past Dadonov. Larson fighting for it. There we go. Bjorkstrand lays a bit of a hit in the corner. That gets all the way up to Dadonov, who is not able to get the pass out. He throws it in. Susie, nice little pass there from Schultz. Tolvanen takes a hit. And that's going to be a penalty. But it's not from that. Dallas for too many men, so the Kraken will get a power play, and boy, could a power play goal change the look of this game in a hurry. Yeah, that's too many men. The guy just comes out too early and right into the play. Yep. Who was that? Jamie Benn just hopped in too early. Hopped onto the ice a little bit early and right into the play before the other guy could get off the ice. So Seattle gets the power play for the too many men. Plot twist, the Kraken win the series as the Dallas Stars goalie scores on his own goal in OT for Game 7, only to remove his mask, and it's Tony Romo the entire time. All right, Dallas power penalty kill has been pretty good, but the Kraken could really use a power play goal here. McCann puts it into the offensive end. McCann out with the first unit again like he was pre-injury. That unfortunately pops out, so Schultz has it. Schultz up to... All right, passes it back. Now we're getting in. Eberle has it coming in. Eberle out to Tolvanen. Tolvanen up to Schultz, back to Tolvanen. Tolvanen down to the bumper. Schwartz doesn't handle it clean, but it's out to McCann anyway. Back to Schultz. Creating space for McCann. Shot! Whoa, just over the goal. That's what they're trying to create. Here's McCann again. Shot! Save made. Oh, Tolvanen with a blast in. Oh, nice. What a play by Eberle there. Offside. So 42 seconds left in the power play. A couple of very good chances there for the Kraken. They got McCann a couple of times where they like to give McCann that chance to skate up into a shot. Oh, it was blocked in front off Hakanpää. Tolvanen had picked the corner and Hakanpää just got a shin to it. And that's a big block from Hakanpää there. Cartier gets it in on the 40 seconds left on the power play for the Kraken. Vince Dunn has it now. Full second unit out there. Wenberg leaves it for Beniers. Beniers will skate it in. Well, he left it behind. Oh, no. Foxa just wastes a little bit more time. 20 seconds left in the power play for the Kraken. As Beniers has it again, he'll pass it up to Dunn. Dunn skates it in. Out in front to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand down into the corner. 10 seconds left on the power play. Round behind the net. Wenberg has it. And they'll clear it. Not quite all the way. Cartier's taken a couple of big reverse hits. Yeah, the guys in the NHL hit a little bit different than the AHL, I think. Oh, nice backhand shot there from Bjorkstrand. But save is made by Ottinger. Yeah, Cartier had a couple of bigger hits early on in this series, and I think he got himself excited about about laying some of those hits and has taken a couple big reverse hits in this game. But again, Cartier is, this is game 5, so he's in his 8th NHL game now, and he's yet to play in the regular season. I think he'll get that chance next year, though, based on how he's played in these playoffs. Not going to quite get to all the chats coming in a little too fast while I'm doing the game. 5.3 earthquake near Nevada a couple hours ago. Oh, boy. Miro Heiskanen, best defenseman in the league. He's one of the best. I don't know if I would say that he's the best, but I think if you're a Stars fan, you can feel good about saying that making that argument, right? Personally, I'd still take Cale Makar any day over Heiskanen, but Heiskanen's a very good defenseman. A healthy Cale Makar, to be clear. The Makar that we saw in the first round was definitely not fully healthy, and I think that led to some of the frustration that went into that McCann hit. We need another Dallas Oilers series. That's what's up. I'm not sure that I believe either of those teams are winning. I still feel good about my pick of Vegas in that series. Oh, great, a power play, says Ryan. Power play time, let's go. Honestly, that was a pretty good power play. Oh, there we go, super chat. Got a little dog thing there from Nathan. Thank you, Nathan, appreciate it. 164 Canadian, appreciate it. Here's a shot from Dunn. Nope, that went blocked in front and then off the referee behind the net. Kraken get it out. Can they get the pass across? Dunn! Oh, what a chance. Ottinger read that one, though, and was ready for it. Oh, here we go. Back in. Gord tried to lay it out in front for Larson, but he probably should have just taken the shot, even if it was from outside. Here we go. Shot from Tanev out in front. Oh, no. The rebound was there, but Gord had his back to it. He couldn't find it. More offensive pressure from the Kraken. This is something that I said, I think. I don't remember who I said it to, but the shot scores! I think it was tipped in, but McCann just fired a shot from outside and someone tipped it, I think. I think Larson got his second. We're on a big cat hat trick watch. I think we're on hat trick watch for the big cat. So yeah, McCann just pulls up, shot. Yep, off of the skate of Larson. Oh no, I think that's going to be McCann's goal. I think that went off Hanley's skate. Did that go off Larson? I think that might have gone off of Hanley's skate. But it's rewarded to Larson for now, and Larson seemed to think that he tipped it, so maybe he got a piece of it at some point. Either way, it's 3-2 Kraken, or 3-2 Stars, but Kraken making a game of it. Not going away. Not going away here in Game 5. There we go, up to Borgen. Nice play from Alexiak. Passed just a little bit of two ahead of Schwartz, sorry. That one will probably be icing. Yep, icing on the Kraken. So with 12 minutes in the second period, we're coming back down. And we are on pace now for 10-plus goals. On pace for it. Yeah, on pace for it. Pavelski is 60 years old. Boy, Pavelski just has the... I mean, look, Pavelski's a great player, and I'm not saying that, like, he's made some very good plays, and it's one of those where he's on a hot streak, and the puck is helping him out with some of that too. And it's luck that he's creating, but boy, some of those bounces he's gotten on rebounds. Create your own luck, and he's definitely done that, and had a couple of very nice deflections in that first game. Hopefully that can stop him out. I think Donatov just went down there. The fans won a trip, but I think Donatov just blew a tire. Hard to say without a replay there, but I think he was going down before anything touched whoever's stick. I think it was Susie's stick. Here we go. Down along the boards. We are in the Kraken end for the first time in a while. But the Kraken have the puck now, and Eberle can't quite get it out. It does come out of the offensive end, but not with possession. Thrown towards the net, deflects out of the end, but Heiskanen will collect it. The Stars will regroup. Throwing it back in. Foxa with the shot. Easy save for Grubauer, deflecting and controlling the rebound. Bounces back out to Hakanpää. Oh, turnover. Beniers in! Oh, and Cartier was offside. That one's tough. Cartier was like, he's trying to forecheck, and then it just turned over, bounced right off of Beniers just past the blue line. So, I mean, Beniers was between 3 Stars players. I don't think he was getting much of a scoring chance there. Nothing Cartier can do on that one. Kraken just don't quit. After the Kraken beat the Avs, Russell Wilson trade is complete. Still lots of sticks down in the corner. It looks like the Stars have it, but Tanev won't give up. Tanev's fighting for it on his knees. He gets it out. Hand pass. Oh, did Tanev scoot it out with his hand? Oh, yeah. Tanev with the sly grin in the corner. He knows it's like hoping that they didn't catch it. Yeah. I think that is McCann's goal. So McCann now the 18th Kraken player with a goal in the playoffs, because he didn't have one before getting injured, and that's his first one back. First career playoff goal for Jared McCann. Dunn has it behind the Kraken net. Here's Donato in. Nice play by Donato to hold the puck in, but nobody there to help him out. Tried to hold it off as long as he could, but the Kraken were changing and couldn't quite get anybody in to help out Donato. Now two Kraken fight it away from Pavelski. Gets it up to Gord. Gord fires it in around the boards for Tolvanen. Tolvanen down into the far corner, but the Stars have it coming out the other way. And that is cleared out. No icing. Alexiak is going to get to it first, but we have a hold. What's the call here? They're calling a hold on Rope Hintz, but I think it was more of a hook if we're... Like, that is a hook from Hintz. Absolutely, but that for a... Like, that gets called in the regular season more often than not, but that for a playoff penalty, I mean... I don't know. Like, it is a penalty, and being that I think it's dumb that penalties get, like... It's dumb that penalties are called different in the playoffs than they are in the regular season. That's not really how it should work. So from that standpoint, that's definitely a hook. But for, I don't know, we've definitely seen a lot less players get away with a lot more than that, I would say. So maybe a bit of a soft hook for the playoffs. Still, it was a hook, so hard to argue with it. Plus, the Kraken are on the power play, so that helps too. On the power play with a chance to tie it just to halfway through the second period. This is anyone's game, says Ken. Absolutely right. Mike, cry harder. Dallas been too hot all year. Come on now. I didn't even care about it. I was just wish I could actually watch it. Oilers just got nothing to do. Ah, thanks. Have a good night. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, Mike. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Called it. Cheers, Mike. Let's go Kraken. Let's go Kraken. Sports Kid 5 says let's go Kraken twice, and let's get a third let's go Kraken. A third to tie it on the power play here. Who doesn't have a goal in the Kraken lineup? Ryan Donato, surprisingly, does not have one. Of guys that have played games, I think it might just be Donato and Froden who played one game. I think it's just the two of the, and obviously like Froden's only played the once. I think it's just Donato at this point, basically. Oh no! Off of McCann's stick, and shot goes wide as the Stars are going to have a good chance to kill off some time here. And they will do just that. 30 seconds gone on the power play. The Kraken did win the opening faceoff at least, but they little bit of a bounce off McCann's stick and couldn't hold in the offensive end, and that's offside. So we got a call coming against the Kraken now. What happened here? Oh. I mean, that one replay made it look like Schultz never even saw him. They just like backed into each other, but yeah, that is interference. Seemed like you could let that one go, but again, we kind of said the same thing about the hook. So we go to 4-on-4 now for a minute and 30 seconds. We take those, tie it up. Look, power play does anything. 4-on-4, the Kraken actually have looked pretty good at 4-on-4 against the Stars in this series, and it's happened a weirdly large amount of the time, or long amount of time. Oh, they just Wenberg with a ton of ice, but loses the puck. Now Heiskanen's out with it, and he loses the puck. So we're back the other way with Dunn having it. Dunn looking for someone to pass it to. Just backs all the way into the Kraken end. All right, now the Kraken at 4-on-4. Remember that was Bjorkstrand drive to the net. Shot! Oh! Nice play from Bjorkstrand there. My goodness. Here we go. A bit of a 3-on-2 for the Stars. Watch out for Pavelski on the far side. Shot, save made by Grubauer. Whoa. Can't let Dallas loose. I mean, you can't let a 3-on-2 happen, I guess. I don't know. Save made by Grubauer, and he just let it go off his shoulder up to the glass. So good save there from Grubauer, especially because Pavelski looked like he was the one getting lost. Stars win the faceoff 4-on-4 in the Kraken end. 30 seconds left until Dallas will have about 30 seconds of power play. Shot, save easily made there by Grubauer. Beniers with the puck now. Kraken 20 seconds left until they'll be on the kill for 30. Beniers in. Nice play by Borgen. 9 seconds left. All right, they're going to be on the kill here. Here we go. Hold it, guys. Hold it, guys. You got 25 seconds left here on the 4-on-4. Maybe one more press, and then you gotta think about killing off the power play. Power play now. There we go. Not even 30 seconds. Sorry, it's 30 seconds left of power play on the Stars' side of things, but Gord still killing off some time, and this is just going to come to an end for the Stars before they even get into the offensive end. No, nice defensive stick from, I think that was Tanev. Or sorry, no, Yeah, it was Tanev. Here's Schultz to Gord. Gord will fire it in. Ottinger behind the net, out to Heiskanen. Heiskanen back behind the net to the other side. Fighting for it is McCann and Gord, but Heiskanen has it the other way to Dunn. Dunn wheeling around. He'll put it around behind the net. Oh, and it just pops out to Sagan. 6 minutes left here in the second period. And that one will go for icing, so we'll come back down to the Kraken end with 6 minutes left. 6:01 left in the second period for a face-off in the Kraken end. Kraken, at least that time, managed to hold on to the puck as the 4-on-4 was coming to an end. Saw that happen in, I think it was the third goal of game. I think it was the third goal of game 4. It was a 4-on-4, and the Alexiak and Borgen just got way too deep right at the end of the 4-on-4 and then gave the puck away instead of holding on to it to kill off time. And right back the other way with the man advantage, the Stars managed to get one in. So good to learn from that mistake. Shot goes wide. Dallas holding the offensive end a bit here. They haven't done a ton of that this game. This will come out to Suter. Suter throws it in behind the net, but it's only Kraken players there. It gets past 2 of them, though, and now the Stars are going to hold the zone again. Lazy play there behind the net from Alexiak and Dunn. Neither one of them could get a stick on it, but the Kraken are looks like they're going to get it out now. They need a change pretty desperately here. Kraken still looking for a change. And there we go. So the Kraken probably could have made a little bit more out of that play there if they had fresh legs out there, but is what it is. Now 4:30 left in the second period as Hakanpää will throw it down for icing. And it'll come back down to the Dallas end. There was one football NFL live streaming and more, but deleted the app, and now the NFL season over doesn't show up. Okay, don't know what that means. Mike, NHL webcast, brother. Thank you very much. Yes, have a good night. Go Kraken go. Mike with the go Kraken go in the end there. Some controversial Stars takes before that, but he gets the go Kraken go in the end. The redemption arc for Mike. Sagan pulls it out in front. Nice play by Susie to keep that from getting out in front of the net. One Stars fan doesn't like that his team didn't score a goal, which means there obviously was a penalty, so Mr. hashtag bang sign there. He's gotten to watch 2 Kraken goals go in right in front of him for his bang sign. Please win this face-off. Nope. Let's go Kraken. The Seattle team is for real, and they're here to stay, says Ken. Absolutely. Got Kraken emojis coming in. Orange, blue. Come on, you big squids. The Oilers would like to have a crack at yous. Well, the Oilers got to take care of their own business first. That series is still tied, and that one's been going every other as well. Could be a pretty interesting, after how the game 4 ended, that could be a pretty interesting game 5 with some physical play going on. Coilers suck. Sit down, Dallas fans, says Corey. Bjorkstrand got those dingle dangles. Yeah, Bjorkstrand is a very, very good player in the off. He just couldn't get the puck luck this season. If there's one Kraken player that deserved to have more goals than they did, it was probably Bjorkstrand this season. Bones, how can I pick from two teams I despise? Both teams, but Oilers more so, says Bones. Yeah, I don't know. Like, when it comes to the conference final, obviously we're very much hoping that the Kraken can just win this series, but I'll probably be cheering for the winner of this series in the conference final either way. And if it isn't the Kraken that make it to the Cup final out of the West, then I'll be cheering for the Canes probably. Oilers are toying with them, says Sky Blue. I don't know about that. The Oilers defense needs to figure out how to actually play a consistent game. If anything, it's kind of felt more the other way around, that Vegas has kind of screwed around too much and let the Oilers stick around in the series. Oh, fighting for the puck. Weird face-off, but eventually the Kraken come away with it. Here we go, 3-on-2. Out in, Cartier! Oh, big defensive stick from Foxa there. Foxa may have just saved that from being a tie game. Here we go, Kraken back out. Might have numbers again. They've got numbers, 3-on-2 coming in. Beniers up to Larson, and Larson can't quite handle it. So he just kind of slides into the corner. Kraken will try and roll a change here. Beniers still out there. Beniers with it behind the Kraken net. Up to Alexiak. Beniers has had a pretty good game here without having scored a goal yet. I think Beniers is shot wide. Fans see a Stars player hit the ice, and obviously they want a penalty because, you know, they're cheering for their team, I guess. Don't think there was really a penalty there to be had, but can't fault them for trying. Oh, Alexiak lost it. Out in front. That was almost a reverse of the first goal, but Wyatt Johnston could not make the pass happen to Ben. Tanev with it down in the corner, but in the Dallas end now. Gord trying to fight through some Dallas players to get to it, but it's Domi who has it coming out from behind the Dallas net. Over to Hanley. Hanley to Dodonov, I think that was. As Gord throws it into the corner and goes after it. Ottinger out to play it. Hops up in the air. Kraken hold the zone. Down into the corner. It'll be Tanev going down to fight for it. Got a weird kind of mix of third and fourth lines right now as Gord is maybe double shifting here with the fourth line. This comes all the way down, and it will be icing with 1:30 left in the second period. Just win a face-off in the offensive zone, please, says Ryan. Yeah, Ryan, I don't think there's going to be a lot of face-off wins for the Kraken. It's not going to be something we can count on. Dallas Stars to repeat the first round. Anyone? I'm from Texas, by the way. Nah. Kraken still got this. Hopefully. Kraken can certainly at least win one more game in this series. Get to 7. No NHL Cleveland checking in. No NHL Cleveland. How far is Columbus from Cleveland? Can't be that far, right? It's probably a couple hours, but is that not offside? Was Cartier onside? Eberle? Whoa, went off the goalpost. Skated right up and had a tight shot there, but he put it off the post. Kraken, 1 minute left in the second period. Nice play from Dunn. No, that's not a penalty. Just because Foxa fell over doesn't mean it's a penalty. Oh, no. Shot save made by Grubauer. With 30 seconds left in the period, Grubauer with the first save he's had to make in a while. Let us stick around. Beniers is the next big superstar. He'll definitely be one of the, I think, superstars of the future. I think Beniers is kind of more like a Bergeron type, where like he's one of those guys. He's just a very, very solid player. He's gonna be, I think, getting Selke votes for years to come. But maybe never. He's never gonna be the like McDavid or like that kind of a superstar necessarily. But he'll. That's a trip for sure. Yeah, that one's definitely a penalty. They're going to call it a hold, but I think it was more of a trip, if we're being honest. Either way, the Stars are going to finish the second and probably start the third with a power play. Not the way you want that to go, with especially how the starts of the first and second period went. It's Alexiak that goes to the box. Go Leafs go. Florida's not a real team. Leafs in 7. It's a lot of confidence for a team that was down 3-0. Leafs suck. Sorry, not sorry. Y'all golfing next game. Corey just out here picking fights with everyone. Can you spot the Leafs fan? Erica with a controversial go Leafs. Delusional Leafs fans. Florida will win the next game, says Bones. At the horn. So we go to the third. The Stars will still have a power play for the first, well, minute and 40 seconds or so of the third period. And the Kraken just down by 1. Fought back from down 3-0 to make it a 1-goal game going into the third. And actually for most of the second period, if we're being honest. Let's get this switched over to the third. All right, here we go. Okay, successful period. Yeah, the Kraken outscored the Leafs 2-1 in the period, so you take it. We said the Kraken needed to get 1 back, and I mean, effectively they do. They got to within 1 going into the third, which is what we were looking for. Let's go Stars. Oh, I read that one. We don't like that. Controversial takes. Controversial takes. Wow, how was that not a penalty earlier? Okay, successful period. Will Matty be signed again? Yes, Matty is definitely going to get signed. He still has a season left of his entry-level contract, so he'll get signed. He'll get extended sometime next year. But yeah, he'll definitely get signed. I only liked him when they were the North Stars. Seems fair. Minnesota is the state of hockey after all, so a little bit more of a space that makes sense than Dallas, but you know, Dallas supports the Stars pretty well. Plus, for what it's worth, the Wild have a great logo and color scheme, so you know what? Even if it's kind of dumb that a team had to leave Minnesota for them to be made in the first place, I like what the Wild are as far as branding is concerned. I feel like Minnesota deserves a cup at some point, though. Let's see. Against us. Third period will decide who takes the series advantage. Yes. That you're not wrong about. The third period will decide who takes the advantage in the series going into Game 6. That is as non-controversial as you can get. Go McCracken. Well, okay. Let's go Kraken. I mean, McCann got a goal there. McCann got the second goal for the Kraken there. Thought it was, they originally awarded it to Larson, but it was McCann's goal. Awesome coverage, my man, says Ken. Appreciate it, Ken. Thanks for joining. So I guess let's do a quick recap of the second period there. Obviously, starts with who else but Mr. Magnetic Stick himself, Joe Pavelski, getting a bounce off of a rush early on there in the. Was that the first minute? Yeah, it was 35 seconds into the second period. Stars on a rush, and the Kraken defensively just gave the Stars. They had 3 guys back for the Kraken. It was Dunn, Larson, and I can't remember who the forward was, but 3 Kraken players back, and they just gave the Stars rush all the ice they wanted. It wasn't even an odd man rush. I think it was 3-on-3, and they just gave the Stars all the ice they could have possibly wanted, and Grubauer made the one save he could make, and of course the puck rebounded right out to the magnetic stick of Pavelski in this series, and it went in on the rebound. So not a good start to the period. The Stars then up 3-0 at that point, but Kraken a quick response. Minute and a half later, it was Adam Larson with the big goal off of a passing play that Eberle was able to get through a couple of Stars to the other side, and then so we got more closer towards the middle of the period. Jared McCann fired off a shot that looked like it went off Larson in front of the net and deflected in, but it ended up going off of Hanley's skate before it got to Larson. But sneaks into the side of the net to make it 3-2, and then it stayed that way the rest of the second period. So Kraken coming back into this game. Beniers will go nowhere if he has a couple equal or better years. I don't know what you mean by going nowhere, but if you mean like he's not going to leave Seattle, yeah, he's not going anywhere. The Kraken are holding on to Beniers for. Beniers is going to be a big piece of this team for the next 10 to 15 years, as long as he stays healthy. Which is always it's always the one you never know about with players, but barring disaster, Beniers will be with the Kraken for a long time to come. Oh man, Chris jumping in here with maybe the most controversial take of the night, saying he loves Brad Marchand. You know what? I love Brad Marchand where he is right now, which is not playing hockey, off on golf courses. Perfectly happy with Marchand playing golf at this time of the year. Expansion team name, the New Mexico Tame. To play against the Wild. I think the Wild are more meant like the Wilderness Wild, so maybe it would be the New Mexico developed. The New Mexico, I guess Tame would work there as well, because they'd be tamed instead of wild. Yeah, so I guess Tame still works there. I'm not sure why New Mexico is the opposite of Minnesota, but you know. Mike, you betcha. Oh, Mike back in here again. Soon it'll be the Oilers game. Are you as pumped as I am? Honestly, Mike, if you're an Oilers fan, all the more power to you. I couldn't really care less who wins that series. If I'm being if the Kraken are going to win this series, I'd rather the Kraken play the Golden Knights. Not because I think the Golden Knights are an easier matchup, but just because it would be just for the story of the expansion teams, the 2 expansion teams meeting in the conference final would be fun. But other than that, I don't really care who wins that series. I'm enjoying this more the more I watch. Is that because the Kraken got back in the game? Because that's why we're enjoying it. Kraken with two response goals there. And a third period with everything to play for still. If the Kraken didn't re-sign him, he would be an AB C or 2C. If somehow Beniers didn't get signed by the Kraken, every team in the league would be in a bidding war for him. But it's not going to be a problem. He's going to be re-signed. He'll probably, It may not even happen until the end of next season. It'll probably happen sometime in the middle of next season, but could happen this offseason. But he's going to get extended. He still has 1 year on that entry-level contract left. Sup, watching from audio, Ottawa, Ontario, says Tim. Welcome from Ottawa. Welcome from Ottawa. The Sens. Tim, who do you think? Who would you like for the? Obviously, we heard the bad news for the Senators that unfortunately Ryan Reynolds will not be the owner of the Senators, which was the one I was kind of hoping for. But Snoop Dogg would be a pretty cool owner. So Tim, who are you hoping for as your owner there, Tim? Got another Go Sens in here from Endo11, so you can chime in there as well. Who do we want to see as the owner of the Sens? Wow. Bissonnette scoring through two defenders on Henrik Lundqvist. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought that Paul Bissonnette would put one in from far out on Henrik Lundqvist? You never would have thought you would have seen it. The New Mexico deforestation to play the Wild. Am I showing the game? No, Kyle. Unfortunately, I can't show the game because of copyright reasons. The stream would get taken down very quickly if I was showing the game. And I'm not Sportsnet. I don't have the rights to show it. So just doing the play-by-play. Call it radio if you want. Radio with a little video of the person doing the radio end of things. Tim from Abbotsford, but living in Minnesota, says Margaret. Boo Oilers, says Bones. Man, Sens are the biggest flop. No hate, just oh man. I don't know. As far as like teams that didn't make the playoffs, I might go Flames. If it was me, I might go Flames as far as big flops. Honestly, Islanders a little bit too. Both of those are teams I thought were going to make the playoffs. I mean, shoot, I thought the Flames had a good chance at winning the division coming into the year. So I might go Flames if I was going to say biggest flop of the season. But yeah, definitely a disappointing season for the Senators. There's no way around that. For sure, a disappointing season for them. Flyers, a pretty big disappointment of a season. Ducks, obviously, you don't hate being the second overall pick, but that's a pretty tough season for a team that I thought... I didn't think they were going to make the playoffs, but I thought they would probably be like 5th in the Pacific. So, there were some teams that... I mean, every year there's going to be teams that have disappointing years. Shoot, the Kraken were one of those last year. Oh, I see. New Mexico tame because it's NM instead of MN. Now I'm picking up on where you guys are going with New Mexico. Now I'm picking it up. There's a great wild emblem with a golf course instead of trees inside the car shape. Inside a car shape. That's kind of funny. I haven't seen that one, but that sounds pretty funny. Mitch Marner is better than Connor McDavid. That's bold. And it's not even close. I would say that Mitch Marner is definitely better than Connor McDavid defensively. Not anything else. I mean, McDavid's the best player in the world. There's nothing more to it than that. I think there's a lot of questions about what the Oilers have done to try and build teams around McDavid and Draisaitl, but McDavid's the best and Draisaitl's still, I would say, certainly top 10, maybe top 5 players in the league. Sorelli made a huge mistake not protecting Larson in the Seattle expansion draft after trading Hall for him. You're welcome. If I remember correctly, that sounded like something where Larson wanted out as it was, and so it sounded like they weren't gonna be able to keep Larson because he was going to be a free agent. He was going to be a UFA. So it sounded like that Larson, like they just weren't willing to offer Larson enough to make him want to stay. So then they exposed him. They exposed him because they knew they probably weren't going to be keeping him in free agency anyway. And then the Kraken obviously just pick Larson because he's a good player, and then you don't have to worry about having to outbid other teams to get him in free agency once it gets there. But if I remember right, that's why Larson was exposed, was because the Oilers didn't think that they were going to be able to keep him around with him going to free agency. But yes, thank you for Larson. He's been great. Uh, Mitch Marner is a baby. I mean, they both are, but still, says Bones. Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is the one people want for Deadpool. Anson Carter never blocked a shot anyway. Kraken Leafs final with 8 OT periods. 8 OT periods. Boy, there's a lot that has to happen to get to a Kraken Leafs final, especially from the Leafs' point of view. Oh man, too funny. We'll have a gangsta party, says Mike. I mean, I'd love to have a party with the Kraken winning a game. Winning game 5 here and then game 6. Crack party in Seattle as the Kraken clinch the series in game 6. That'd be a party to have. Hopefully that's what we're looking at here. Still a third period in this one to go. Kraken down 1 at the moment. Drift feeling confident about the Oilers winning the cup. I don't share your confidence there, Mr. Drift, but you know what? Fans got to cheer for their team. Who got the last Kraken goal? It ended up being McCann. They originally gave it to Larson, but it went off of Hanley's stick or Hanley's skate before hitting Larson. So it was McCann's shot that did get deflected, but went off a defensive skate. So McCann got the second goal. So it's goals from Larson and McCann. McCann, the 18th goal scorer of the playoffs for the Kraken. Hi, great comeback for the Kraken, says Pablo. Absolutely. So far, so good. Hopefully they can continue that comeback as we get into the third. Coming up here in a little bit. Did you say Abbotsford? No, Alberta. I don't know who said Abbotsford. Drift, I hear you. They winning, you'll see in June. They got to get past the Golden Knights first, and I still am not confident the Oilers are making it past the Golden Knights. Could go either way. Series is tied at 2, so find out in the next 2 or 3 games, but get past Vegas first. Yeah, that's true. You got a couple series to go before you worry about getting to the cup. I was born when they won the cup. That's when I was a fan in 1986. Oh yeah. Still though, he's good. Oilers have Swiss cheese goaltending and mid defense. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say Swiss cheese goaltending, but I'd say the Oilers have pretty middle defense and goaltending. The goaltending is inconsistent and the defense is porous at best. Like, Ekholm has definitely helped the defense offensively and some defensively, but that is still not one defenseman does not a defensive core make, and the Oilers are, well, we've seen it in this series. They can give up goals in a hurry, and we saw it throughout the regular season. The Oilers could just cough up a lead like it was nobody's business, and that's why that's the reason that I just don't believe the Oilers in deep playoff runs. And sure, the Oilers made it to the conference final last year, but they didn't win a game in it. So did you really? I mean, I get you won 8 playoff games, so I suppose that's more than most of the other teams, but Oilers gonna win 100%, says Drift. The Oilers can win, but I don't believe it. St. Louis Blues are missing Jaden Schwartz and Vince Dunn. Again, you're welcome. Yeah, everyone was, especially last season, everyone was clowning on the Kraken or laughing at the Kraken for not taking Tarasenko, and well, now the Blues don't have Tarasenko for one thing, and honestly, I said it at the time with the contracts and the age of Dunn that I'd rather have Dunn, and I think Dunn, he hasn't had the best playoffs so far, and this game has kind of been another tough one for Dunn. Well, it's definitely been a tough one defensively, this one, but he hasn't had the best playoffs, but he had an incredible regular season, really defensively and offensively. Certainly offensive, the numbers are there, but he had a good season defensively as well. And yeah, I think I'd rather. I think the Kraken. People are seeing that the Kraken made the right pick there as far as long-term success is concerned with taking Dunn over Tarasenko, and then getting Schwartz in free agency was definitely big. He's been. I think Schwartz, you could make a good argument for he's been the best skater for the Kraken in these playoffs so far. He's had some issues staying healthy in the regular season, but that was a thing with him in St. Louis as well. As we knew to start the third period, the Stars take a little bit getting into the offensive end, but do on the power play here for another minute and 15 seconds. Wennberg not making it easy on the Stars to recollect themselves as they come into the offensive zone offside with a minute left in the power play. Swiss cheese. Binnington is solid. Binnington is solid when he is able to keep the mental part of the game solid, which is not very consistently. When Binnington is there mentally, he's a good goaltender, but as soon as that mental aspect of it starts to go, it just goes downhill quickly. Kraken win another faceoff. How about that? Look at that. 2 faceoffs won in this second period already, or third period, excuse me, already. And I did change it. Yeah, I did change it to third period. All right, good. Heiskanen has his pass intercepted by McCann, but then McCann turns it back over, and Robertson has it in. McCann turned over to McCann from Robertson. Kraken back out. It's McCann and Gord. Gord down in the corner. He's just going to try and keep the puck in there. Oh, and Gord got his feet taken out from under him, but no call. I think that it definitely wasn't intentional, but I think that could have been called a trip. Either way, it wasn't, and we are 15 seconds left in the power play for the Stars as they do get it into the offensive end. Grubauer deflects it back over into the corner where Dunn gets to it. Now Borgen. Tanev also fighting for it there as Wennberg waits for see where this puck ends up popping out to. It's down behind the Kraken net. Domi's the one that gets to it, though. He gets it up, and it goes out of the zone. The Stars are offside. They'll have to regroup, and we're back to 5-on-5. So good kill there by the Kraken. And now it's Soucy that has it up for Eberle. Nice move around Foxa. Eberle the shot. Whoa, rebound comes out into the slot, but just away from Schwartz. Out in front. Oh, no. Freeze it. Wow, in front. Oh, boy. Oh, shot. Oh, save made by Grubauer. Another Kraken are out. Whoa, survived that one. That one is... Beniers is going to have to get back on. Schwartz has it. Schwartz back all the way to Borgen. Kraken, I think, finishing a change here as they get reset from the kill. Come on, McCann. Oh, here we go. Tolvanen, shot, blocked out in front. And now it's Jamie Benn that will get it to center ice and then throw it into the Kraken end as he, I think, goes off for a change. Maybe not. Maybe he was just getting it in. Now Gord in, down behind the net. Ottinger plays it. Bit of a hit laid there by, I think that was Tolvanen, before going off on a change. It's Geeky fighting around Harley. Oh, Dunn couldn't quite keep the zone. Good effort to try for it, though. Did everything he could. Oh, Pavelski falls over. Here comes Gord down the other way. The rush. Oh, and the pass doesn't get through Hintz, and it goes down into the corner. Gord probably should have just gone for the shot there and hoped for a rebound, but here's Tanev with it now. Tanev puts it back down for Gord. Gord plays it behind the net. Up in front. Bjorkstrand didn't have a shot, so he pulls up out to Dunn. Dunn circles around, looking for a pass. He'll just take it down into the corner himself. Now up to Larson. Larson, the shot. Out in front. Tanev has it. Tanev out in front. Gord in his feet. Tanev out to the other side. It's Larson up in the corner. Larson walking. There's nobody there, so he'll feed it down behind the net for Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand keeps it going along the boards. Susie has it back down to Bjorkstrand in the corner. Schwartz in off of a change goes for it, but the Stars will get it out. Jason Robertson, as he will go off for a change. The Stars long shift there. Kraken back attacking as Susie puts it into the corner. Hakanpää has it behind the Dallas net, but it's deflected out. Wennberg fighting for it. Goes down, and Hakanpää has it clean now. There's Susie. Going to OT. You know what? I would take OT at this point. I would take OT. 15 minutes left in the third, though, so plenty of time to get at least the one goal and maybe even a second to just win it in a regulation for the Kraken would be nice. But I'd definitely take OT. Oh, this is out in front. Nice play by Beniers. The Stars fans don't like that they just got outplayed by Beniers defensively, but it's too bad. That's what happened. And by they, I mean their team. I don't know who it was, but Cartier. Eberle keeps it going for Beniers. Oh, just past Beniers as Borgen pinches down. Beniers has it along the boards. Beniers still fighting for it. It looks like it's come out to Cartier now up at the point. Good job by Cartier to hold that corner. Borgen, the shot. Oh, he's passing it down for Alexiak. Good pressure here from the Kraken as Beniers and Cartier fight for it. Cartier out for Alexiak. To Borgen, can't handle it clean. Eventually gets it. He tries to rebound it off the end boards. Doesn't quite work, and the Stars will get it out, but that should come back for an icing. And it is. Kraken farm team won the first game against Calgary's farm team. Let's go. That's the round of 8 for that playoffs as well. Couple more rounds of the AHL playoffs, and by a couple more, I think one more extra round of playoffs for the AHL, but Firebirds still going strong in the AHL playoffs, and obviously Seattle Thunderbirds and the WHL are in the finals. Said I was cheering for I'm cheering for the Hurricanes out of the East, but that's, I mean, most of that's just because I picked my bracket. I picked the Canes to win the Stanley Cup, so it's really all the only things I care about in the East at this point. Well, I mean, there's only 3 teams left, but I want Toronto to lose in this round so that the Kraken's second round pick that they have from the Leafs is as good as it can possibly be. And then I want the Canes to win because that's who I picked in my bracket. If it can't be the Kraken, I want it to be the Canes, just because then I would get the bracket right. But that's it. I don't have a strong rooting interest in any of the teams in the East. Here we go. 2-on-2. Okay. But it's McCann chipping it in as he goes off on a change. Larson chases it down with Heiskanen. Gives Heiskanen a little shove into the boards. Not much of a hit, but it'll count for the stats. Borgen gets it up to Bjorkstrand, who feeds it in, but it comes all the way back down the other way. Whoop, Robertson whiffed on it. Hintz tries to get it out in front, but can't. Now Tanev. Some interesting lines the Kraken have been going with here in this third period, but Schwartz led the Blues in goals scored in the 2019 playoffs. Oh. How much time do we have left? There's about 10 minutes or 12 minutes left. Sorry, I got carried away with this. Yeah, 12:33 left here in the third period, so still plenty of time. City was streaming for the Canes. Let's see. Everyone was saying that LA was gonna win, and what happened? I don't remember everyone saying that LA was gonna win. All I remember is that everyone was feeling like the Oilers, like the LA would give the Oilers a fight, but the Oilers were gonna win that series. I mean, that's what I picked. I picked the Oilers to win that series after LA gave them a fight, and that's what happened. So far, my western side of the bracket is still perfect. So I picked the Oilers in 6. Picked the Golden Knights in 5. That's what happened. Then I picked the Golden Knights to win round 2. So just saying. Now I would be okay with not getting it perfectly perfect because I did pick the Stars, but this is before the playoffs started, so I was just kind of hedging my bet on the Kraken winning the first round in 7, which I also got right. Edmonton has looked good in 2 of the games in that series, and they've looked like they don't know that half of the ice exists in the second of the other 2 games. It's like they forget that they have a goal that they're supposed to be defending. But such is Oilers hockey of the last 20 years. Whoa, off the side of the net. Shot goes wide of the net from Heiskanen, way up by the blue line. Dallas getting a couple shots here. Oh, the start. It's Rope Hintz with it. Down behind the net. Hit on Pavelski. But the Stars still have it. Heiskanen with the shot. Gets blocked and goes out wide. Now Schultz has it behind the net for the Kraken. A little bit of an offensive zone pressure there from the Stars. Again, they have not had a lot of offensive zone time in this game. Just looking for the puck. Wembergen fighting Sagan for it. Sagan puts it down into the corner with 11 minutes left. Just over 11 minutes left. Oh, Schwartz tried to get that going through the neutral zone. If he got that clean, he might have had a rush. Harley down to Domi. Past Domi. Wemberg will get to it, and the Kraken will come out with it. Schwartz has the puck. Schwartz will chip it into the corner. McCann. Can't quite get to it. So we'll get a face-off in Dallas' end of the ice, apparently. Puck played with a high stick. Florida's hot, can't deny that. 145 people in here and only 40 likes, says Estonia. That's right, get more of them. I don't think we should pull Grubauer at all this period. I mean, if the Stars still have a lead late in the period, they're definitely going to pull Grubauer. But with a 1-goal lead, it wouldn't be until under 3 minutes left. And that is icing. Yeah, Dunn was definitely there first. What is going on with this? That guy's just a crazy person. Just a crazy person back there behind the Kraken net. Do I have any bet tips? Well, like I said, my western side of the bracket is perfect, and I did pick Vegas to win that series. The bracket doesn't force you to pick how many games for any rounds past the first one. I probably would have picked Vegas and I think I probably would have gone 6, but I might have gone 7. Felt like that series. I felt like Vegas would win the series because I picked Vegas, but it'd probably be a long one. Go Kraken go, says here's Johnny. I like what... Oh, Larson just fell over. Foxa in. Pass. Oh, boy. The Kraken are lucky that it was Foxa and... Yep, and that pass went across the blue line. Boy, the Kraken got lucky that it was that line for the Stars that was out there when Larson just falls over here. Larson just tripped himself up, and he was very lucky that it was Glendening and Foxa that were the ones that had that. McDavid is pretty special. Yes, he is. Not denying the top end that the Oilers have. It's just that the top end has to outscore all of the warts that the Oilers have at the other end of the ice, and they just don't think they're able to do that consistently enough to make the deep playoff runs stick. Are the Leafs finished? I mean, they got to win 3 more in a row after having just won 1, so doesn't look good for the Leafs, but they're not finished yet. I hope Toronto wins. I want that series to keep going games. Keep going. The games are intense. I keep hearing something else when you say Foxa. Drift, Gretzky's still the GOAT for now. Oh yeah, I mean, Gretzky is still the best player of all time. And I can't imagine anything changing that for, like, Bedard would have to hit the ceiling, that, like, his absolute ceiling, to even compete with Gretzky and keep that up for like 15 to 20 years of a career. Gretzky played against the Farmers. Well, Gretzky played against Farmers. Gretzky also played some defense. He wasn't necessarily known for defense, but more than McDavid, I would say. Oilers play 0D. 0 might be an exaggeration, but saying that they play defense also could be a bit of an exaggeration. Oilers' defense is very suspect. That's probably the best way to put it. Was waiting for I don't give a Foxa. We're getting the mic'd up moments, which is just a lot of thuds and sticks hitting things. Oh, Larson keeps it in. Stars won the faceoff, but the Kraken keep the zone. Can the Stars get it out of the zone? They do. Johnston in. Nice move by Johnston. And they put it off the post. Wow, that was a nice play by Wyatt Johnston. Here we go. Wennberg out with it. Wennberg still in. Pass up to... Oh, McCann's... I don't know what that went off of. That was blocked or a save. 9 minutes left here in the third. Try and give minute updates every time we hit the minute. We just now hit 9 minutes as Heiskanen's shot is either goes high or shouldered off by Grubauer. Here's Hintz circling the Kraken net. Still circling. Now puts it back down behind the Kraken net where Robertson does get to it. Out in front. It's waved off. The Stars fans think they score. The light went on. I thought Hintz had scored there, but apparently not. Now they're saying it is a goal. Shoot. Yeah, it looks like it hit the top of the net, but... Oh, I don't know that it did. I don't know that it did go in. Let's see this again. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay, it definitely... Yeah, it went into the corner. Yeah, it definitely did. Dang it. Perfect shot there from Hintz, left alone in front of the net. Nothing Grubauer can do there. Poop. Well, we're going to need a big 8 minutes and 40 seconds from the Kraken now. This is another, like, the Kraken got caught on their heels defensively, and Hintz just circles the zone, puts it down behind the net. And then it just bounces around off of sticks. Just allowing way too much presence in front of the net for the Stars for the Kraken defensively there. Yeah, you knew Roope Hintz was going to get involved eventually after that first series that he had. It took him until game 4, but he has definitely gotten involved in these last 2 games of the series. Kraken need a quick response here. So they'll get a face-off with 8 minutes left. They'll get a face-off in the Dallas end of the ice. Drift now cheering for the Stars just because Drift doesn't like that he's hearing the truth about the Oilers, that they're not as good as he thinks they are. Bing bong. How about we get 3 goals in 8 minutes? Oh, they got 3 goals in less than a minute, so they could definitely do it. Here we go. Kraken down behind the Dallas net. Soucy keeps it there, but now it's Dallas that gets it out. Soucy has it. Up to Cartier. Cartier loses it to Sagan. Nice play by Soucy defensively there. Beniers has it. Beniers all the way up to Eberle, but it's intercepted by Suter and played by a high stick, so we'll get a face-off outside Dallas's end of the ice. Kraken are fast scorers when they're on. Yeah, they can still do it. And even if the Kraken don't win this game, they're very capable of winning games 6 and 7. It's not the position you want to be in, but they can definitely do it. Bones says the Oilers are overrated. Again, they've got plenty of offense. They just don't have defense. So McDavid can't even drop the gloves. Oh, big shot from Larson. What an offensive game Larson's had out of nowhere. But Ottinger with the glove save. 7:12 left here in the third. Yeah, Ottinger's been pretty good on the glove side in this series. The weakness he's had has been on the blocker side, which hopefully the Kraken can get a couple more shots in on that side. The Oilers have 2 players. It's pretty much true. All right, here we go. Oh, Dunn can't quite get it all the way out. Here we go. Kraken rush the other way. They've got 5 on 3. But they just dump it into the corner. Couldn't quite get the clean entry. And that goes out of Dallas's end. We'll have a face-off in the Dallas end of the ice with 6:48 left. Oilers are going to show the hockey world this spring how it's done. They're going to show the hockey world how to golf. I feel like that's what the Oilers are going to show people, is how to golf. Let's see here. Here we go. Here comes Gord out from behind the Kraken net with 6:17 left. Gord up to Donato, chips it in, but doesn't keep possession. So we go back the other way. Borg and Alexiak play catch. 6 minutes left. Oh, way over, and that's going to be an icing. So they'll come back down to the Kraken end with 6:01 on the clock. Kraken can still win the series. Blues were down 3-2 against Dallas in 2019. Yeah, again, 3-2 is not anything you can't come back from. It's just like you just win 2 games in a row. Again, it's not the spot you want to be in, but it's just 2 games in a row. Just under 6 minutes, Kraken back into the offensive end. Down in the corner, it's Beniers fighting for it with Alexiak. And 3 Stars players, but Beniers wins it out. Here's Schultz to the side. Cartier shot. Oh! Rebound just goes right through everybody. That was there. That's the type of rebound that if Pavelski's on the ice, it's going right to his stick. That's the rebound that you were looking for there. It just didn't find a Kraken stick. Out in front. Schultz over to Soucy. Soucy flubs the shot. And it's going to come back the other way. Little rush here for the Stars. Ben, shot. Doesn't get there. Beniers, good defensive play. Eberle back down to Soucy. Soucy across to Larson. Larson circles behind the Kraken net as he comes out. Larson sends it into the corner behind the Dallas net. Ottinger plays it. Kraken keep it in the corner. Wennberg shot. Save made by Ottinger. Right into his gut. Who do I like more, the Flames or the Oilers? I don't really care between the two. Blues had a quick rebuild. Yeah, we'll find out. The Blues traded away a lot of pieces, but I think they're positioned where they can make some good adds in free agency, assuming that some of free agents actually make it to free agency. I don't know that this free agent class looks all that great, but I mean the Blues have an early pick, and yeah. Do I live in Seattle? Seattle area. Hacksaw will pull at like 4 minutes. He's a mad lad. Yeah, I mean, you're down 2 in the playoffs, so you pull it like probably 3:30 to 4 minutes. I think analytics actually, like, analytics are pretty aggressive when it comes to, like, as far as what the stats say as far as when you should pull a goaltender down 1 or 2 is, I think even down 1, I think statistically it's like 3.5 minutes or 4 minutes for down 1 goal. So it might even be like 5 minutes down 2, which no one's willing to actually do, but that's what the stats say. Who knows if that's right. Kraken in 7 says Bones. I like the attitude. Please stream the Oilers game later. No. Sorry, but no. Oilers can't bring the cup back to Canada. Bettman won't allow it. That's true. He might intervene before the cup goes back to Canada. Even if we don't win this series, you can't disrespect the Kraken going from near last in the Pacific to second round of the playoffs is insane. Yeah, it's been a great year for the Kraken regardless of what happened. Oh, big hit from Dunn on Hintz, I think that was. So 4:22 left. Here's Wemberg up to Larson. Larson up to Tolvanen. Tolvanen back to Wemberg. Beniers, Wemberg, and Tolvanen is an interesting line, but that's what's out there. Hackstall trying to make things happen offensively as that puck rainbows its way somehow out of the boards all the way out of the offensive end. Beniers circling around. Kraken, 4 minutes left now. Kraken need 2. All right, here we go. Gord with the puck. The Kraken attack out. Gord throws it in behind the net. Ottinger plays it. And Grubauer is at the bench, so we have an empty net with 3:30 left. McCann drops the puck behind the net for Schwartz. 6-on-5 now for the Kraken as Schwartz comes in, turns it over, Fox to the empty net, and hits it. Well, the Kraken will have to win games 6 and 7 to win the series, but that's all right. All right. Let's not spam the chat now. Let's not spam. Go Kraken indeed. Go Kraken. It's all right. Still got 2 games. All you have to do is win 2 in a row and you win the series. Yeah, that was just kind of a unforced error there from Schwartz. Unforced error there from Schwartz with the empty net. Here's Borgen. Beniers fires the shot. Save made. Oh, sorry, that's Tolvanen, not Beniers. All I saw was the 0. Tolvanen gets it up now to Alexiak. He fires the shot. 3 minutes left. Kraken have scored more in less time, so still possible, though quite unlikely. Yeah, I feel the Kraken were the better team for most of this game, but they made some pretty big defensive mistakes that cost them on pretty much every occasion it happened. So it's the problem. You make those mistakes, and this is what happens. Make those mistakes, and you can end up losing a game you should have won. We'll come back to Seattle for Game 6. And hopefully we'll be back streaming for Game 7. Oh, Susie with a block, and he's feeling it. Lots of empty seats all of a sudden. I guess Stars fans saw enough, which is weird because they're ahead. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Donato coming out. 1:17 left. So you're now looking at the Kraken having to score those 3 goals in 52 seconds again. Just to get it to overtime. So probably not going to happen, but they have done it in this series already. Winning 2 games can be done. The Kraken are a good enough team to do it. The question is, will they? Yep. So you just got to win 2 in a row. Just got to win 2 in a row. That's all right. I mean, what the first time that a team has won 2 games in this series, so the Kraken just have to answer back with 2 in a row of their own. They did that against Colorado. They can definitely do it against Dallas. Bummer of a game, but that's all right. Let's see. Lindsay K predicting the least likely outcome for the finals, which is Leafs Oilers. Yeah, I'd say Leafs Oilers is probably the least likely outcome left. Oh, well, that's fine. Just got to win 2 in a row. Not the outcome you would have liked. The Kraken were, I mean, they're the better team for the majority of this game, but it made a few key mistakes, and the Stars took advantage of them. Who knows? It does seem like Grubauer is tired or hurt. This one wasn't. I mean, I think there was one. Grubauer definitely should have had the second goal. The second goal, the second goal early on in the first was one that Grubauer definitely should have had. Other than that, it wasn't on him. I mean, it was just too, like, goal 1 is a nice play by Jamie Benn. Honestly, the Kraken had fairly decent defense there. It's just a nice play from Jamie Benn on the first goal. The second one, Grubauer, like I said, has to have. The third one to start the second period, that's just the Kraken defense just gave the Stars all the Stars top line. They just gave them all the ice they could ever want to skate right up and do whatever they wanted with the puck, and they ended up scoring. Grubauer made a save there, but the rebound is what went in. And then the fourth one again is just kind of like a bit of a defensive breakdown to let the Stars get that, and then they let 2 Stars out in front of the net without really anybody there to check it from the Kraken, and a perfect shot into the corner from Hintz, barely past Grubauer. So, do I ever do Mariners or Seahawks games? I haven't yet. Maybe in the summer, maybe in the off season. I'll think about it. Brutal, sorry Kraken fans. Hard battled game. Yeah, I mean ultimately that's one that the Kraken made enough mistakes to lose it, kind of a thing. Like they played. That was one of the first games for, at least for the Kraken in these playoffs, where I felt like the team that played better in the game ended up losing it. But the Kraken, they had that game and they made the mistakes to lose it. So. Disappointing outcome. That's all right. Kraken just have to win 2 now to take the series and move on to face probably the Golden Knights, but you never know. Probably the Golden Knights in the conference final. Again, like if the Stars do win the series, then again my Western bracket would still be perfect, and that means the Golden Knights definitely win that series. But we'll have to find out. Game 7, 8-0 Kraken to the Cup. Well, it would just be to the conference final for Game 7, but... Good night, everyone, says Pablo. Good night, Pablo. Thank you for joining. Decent defense, but in my opinion, for with the Kraken, due to different... try using less the behind the net, since that's more what turns... I mean, in this game, yeah, the Stars got 2 goals from plays that started behind the net, but one of those is just a nice play by, again, Jamie Benn, I said on the first one. The second one is the 4th goal that came from behind the net, and that one, like, yeah, it comes from behind the net, but really that's, the Kraken allowed 2 Stars players, Pavelski and Hintz, to have... Pavelski was checked by a defenseman, but Hintz had nobody on him, and you can't let that much net front presence unchecked defensively. And even there, like, there was a defenseman on Pavelski, but Pavelski still had the inside towards the slot, so he was able to get that stick to pass it to Hintz, who was wide open, and you can't allow that much net front presence, regardless of where the pass is coming from. You can't have that many guys in front of the net. Thanks for the stream, Scott. Absolutely. Not over yet. Nope, just have to win 2 in a row. Not the place you want to be in, but you just have to win 2 in a row now. Which goal was the Seattle goal? Minder way out of position. I don't think there was really one that he was out of position on, honestly. He was in, I think he was actually in position to make all 4 saves, but yeah, he was in fine position for all 4 of them. Yeah, all 4 of them he was in fine position for. He needs to make a save on the second goal that Dallas got, and he couldn't do that. So do an Oilers game, you'll feel better. Why? I don't care about the Oilers. I'm not gonna do an Oilers game. I don't like either of those teams, so I don't know why I would stream a game that I don't like either of the teams. Like, I don't know. I don't really hate either. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the Golden Knights. Again, it would be kind of fun to have Golden Knights Kraken in the conference final just for the matchup of expansion teams, but and for the sake, like, if the Stars do win either game 6 or 7 in this series, then my Western Conference bracket is still perfect at that point, and then I would want the Golden Knights to win just to keep that going. But I don't know. I don't really care that much. But no, I mean, I'm not going to keep streaming I can't stream every night. Can't stream every night. So proud of this team. Haven't got swept and made it to the second round in our second season. Yeah, look, worst case scenario, the Kraken made it to game 6 of the second round as a team that most people thought would be competing for Bedard. So, you know, as far as expectations for the season versus where they got to, the Kraken probably had the best season of any team so far. And it's still not over. Again, you just got to win 2 to get to the conference final against Vegas. Draisaitl's a better actor than hockey player. I don't know. I mean, I don't think that slash at the end was as hard as Draisaitl made it look, but it was still that was a dirty play from Pietrangelo. Well worth the 1-game suspension. Of course, Nurse also got suspended, and probably deserved it. You'd probably take that trade though if you're Edmonton. But doing what they have to try and win a series. Dez says Oilers and Kraken in the next round. I'd be okay with it. Whatever gets the Kraken in the next round. I don't care if they face the Oilers or the Golden Knights. It would be more fun if it was the Golden Knights just for the matchup of expansion teams, like I said, but I don't really care. Bones says Vegas in the next round. That's what I would say. I mean, if I was going to bet on it, I would bet on Vegas, but either one can still win. Drift is now apparently a Stars fan, flip-flopping teams faster than anybody else. That slash was well-deserved. Should have been harder. And you don't want to see guys trying to injure other players. Like, it was a dirty play by Pietrangelo. I have 2 teams still in it. The Kraken still have as much of a chance of winning this series as the Oilers do. Oilers still have to win 2 games, and the Kraken still have to win 2 games. Same team, basically. Just the Kraken can play defense. Yeah, I mean, look, really the only difference I can really see between the Kraken and Oilers is that the Kraken know how to play defense and they have a goaltender who can actually play consistently. It took him until the playoffs to play consistently, but yeah, I don't know. Kraken aren't done. Still just got to win 2. Hockey, not roller derby. I can see the Hurricanes beating the Panthers. Yeah, again, I think the Hurricanes are the best team in the playoffs left. Like, obviously, we're hoping the Kraken can just win the next 10 straight games to win the cup, but you'd like to see the Kraken just win 10 straight to win the cup, but somewhat unrealistic. And yeah, I think the Canes are the most well-rounded team and the best team that are gonna. That's who I would pick for sure. And like Florida's hot, so I think Florida can give the Hurricanes a run for their money. But I just don't know. Like I feel like Dallas is the best match for the Hurricanes, honestly, because Dallas can play good defense to keep with the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes play the best defense in the NHL, and I think the Stars can match that with good defense as well. And they've got, as long as Ottinger isn't facing the offensive juggernaut that is the Kraken, then he'll be able to lock it down. So, I mean, I did pick Stars Kane. I picked Stars Canes in my bracket at the start, but obviously we're hoping that the Stars part is wrong still. So the Kraken just have to get those two. Playoff points leaders. Rope Hintz has the most playoff points. How about that? Yeah, you can't count out Matthew Tkachuk. He has had a. They aren't done. Just the beginning. Yeah, just the beginning for the Kraken. Absolutely. Keep this going for a couple more minutes, and then we'll probably call it so we can get to recording the the unfortunate post game for this one. Is what it is. Don't know why so many people are focused on the nurse's sister is better than him. Uh, Let's see here. Well, the Kraken, again, honestly, a good game from the Kraken. They just made the mistakes to lose it, and the Stars were able to capitalize on it. So if the Kraken can play a similar game and just clean up those mistakes, then they should be fine in game 6. But I mean, what, 30 something shots on goal? You want to see that. That's the kind of shot production you want to see. And they did eventually get some to the net towards the end there. I'll drop a sub and a like because I know you'll be glad to see me back in here after the Oilers win the cup. I mean, sure. I don't know, 10, 20 years from now, if you're still in here, I'll probably still be making videos in 10 or 20 years. Hard to say for sure, but yeah, maybe then. Drift is why Edmonton fans are so disliked. Honestly, Drift would fit in very well with the Vegas fan base, or not Vegas, Vancouver. For whatever reason, like, nobody likes Vancouver fans. They'd fit in there. Does Seattle already have enough fan support to keep the Kraken in town? Yeah. They sell out every game. They've sold out every game so far, and the season ticket waitlist is longer than the season ticket waitlist could fill another building. So, yeah, I think they'll be fine. Oh goodness, some of these takes are pretty funny. Let's see. Chicago will be better than the Oilers next season, says Bones. Oh man. Yes, Climate Pledge is always sold out. Yeah, it is. 17,151, which is a couple hundred over what they say capacity is. Every game. It's been the same every game. Stop this nonsense, says Mike. Drift now talking to himself. Chicago is good, actually. I mean, they're not very good, but they're gonna have Bedard, so that's a first step to getting to being good. They've got Bedard, and they've got what, like 40 They've got like 40 million in projected cap space. So as much as I think people would like for the Blackhawks to just have a couple, I don't know, 15 years of being bad and have to do a full rebuild, they have Bedard in a lot of cap space. So I don't think it happens next season, but I think the Blackhawks are. It might not be a long road for the Blackhawks to get back to being a good team. How's it going, cheap seats? Tough loss tonight. Who's overdue for a huge performance in Game 6? Points wise, like Beniers had a really good game here in Game 5, so I feel like he's due for a couple of points the way he's been playing. So I would say Beniers and Eberle are probably the ones. Cartier also. The first line was really good in this game. I don't know if. I mean, you're going into an elimination game now in Game 6, so you might. I think we'll certainly see. And they mixed lines up quite a bit there in the third period, so we'll see what happens. Drift is still crying about something. I don't know what. But yeah, I don't know who. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's hard to say. I feel like the best, to me, it seems like the best spot for McCann is probably on the second line. I'd put Geeky as center of the third line. Cartier stays with Beniers and Eberle, and then you move, Geeky down to center of that fourth line. And McCann goes up there. So then you have Donato. Oh, but then who moves up? Where was McCann before? So Geeky goes down, McCann goes up. And then you have, it would be Geeky with Donato and Tanev on either side. So that could work. Go to bed, it's past your bedtime. Oh, staying civil in the chat, I see. Keep it civil. Bring in Jones for Game 6? No. Again, this wasn't on Group Hour. The Kraken have been sloppy defensively in the last couple of games. They played all right defensively for most of this game, but they made a few big mistakes, and a couple of those would definitely cost them. Group Hour, I think it actually somewhat similar to what happened in Game 4, where Grubauer had one that he definitely should have had. This one was actually worse. This was one that he really, really should have had, the second goal. But the other ones just are either pretty much defensive mistakes, and one nice play made by Jamie Benn on the first goal. All right. If you guys can't keep it civil, we'll just do some mutes here at the end. If we can't keep it civil, we'll just have to do some mutes just for the time being. Just for the rest of this one. Fine if you want it. Fine with you. Like, y'all can cheer for whoever you want. Just if you can't keep it civil, I let it go a little bit in this one. But if you're just going to spam the same things over and over again, then I'm just going to start handing out mutes, because that's not adding to the chat at all. Let's make a bet, cheap seats. If the Oilers win the cup, I'll donate you. If the Oilers win the cup, I'll donate you $500. But if they lose, you don't got to give me anything. I mean, sure, if you want to give me $500 if the Oilers win the cup, I'll take it. I mean, I'd love to get $500, but it doesn't sound like I'm going to with that bet. Riley chiming in, Drift, you go. Yeah, let's keep it good in the chat here. Put my money where my mouth is? No, I don't bet on sports. Put my money where my mouth is, and then I don't have to do anything. I mean, I don't know. Oh god, I don't understand, but okay. Whatever, bud. If you want to hand me $500 if your team wins the cup, then I'll happily take it. But sending love back home for our boys all the way back from Australia, says Brian with the Stars logo. Yeah, look, the Stars played a good game. I think the Stars got hemmed into their end of the ice a lot and kept a lot of the shots to the outside. So like the Stars had to have a good defensive game here and play their game defensively, and they were able to do that because the Kraken were pressing in the offensive end for the majority of this game. Stars kept a lot of that to the outside for the majority of the time, and that's what allowed them to survive the Kraken offense. And then, yeah, it was kind of like it was kind of almost like an Islanders style game for the Stars, where but with more scoring, where they played the sound defense, keep things to the outside, and then just wait for the other team to make a couple of mistakes and pounce on it, and that's what they ended up doing. They, the Kraken held the Kraken held the offensive end for most of the game, but they made those couple of bad defensive mistakes, and it's what made enough mistakes to lose it, basically. Mike says, "I'll take that bet. I actually need money for to fix my gambling problem." I mean, I don't know if this is really much of a gamble for anyone else. Drifter just wants to hand out money because he thinks it's really weird, because if you're gonna hand out, it seems like you're confident your team isn't gonna win anything because you're handing out money if they do, and then nothing has to happen if they don't. So I don't know. Man, been bad. Never bet on baseball. Yeah, don't bet on baseball. I think season bets are fine, but even with hockey game, betting on single games in baseball or hockey, I don't know. Each individual game can change so much and is so that's why hockey has 7-game series in the playoffs, right? Is that over a 7-game series, usually the better team is going to end up winning. Certainly the team that plays better in that 7 games is going to end up winning. Maybe with the exception, I would say that the Lightning did outplay the Leafs for the most part in that series, but the Leafs, again, I guess the Lightning made enough mistakes to lose it. Actually, if I win, I'm not gonna make a video apologizing to Oilers fans. What? No. Nobody who would watch that. Nobody's gonna watch that. It would tank. You kids bet responsibly. Do parlays, not roulette. Oh goodness. Wacky and wild chat up in here. All right. Well, there's nothing too much. So, anyway, we'll hopefully be back for Game 7. Game 6 in Seattle is at 4 o'clock on Saturday, I'm pretty sure. Again, I'm at the home game, so I won't be streaming for that one. Yeah. Till then, stay safe out there. Be good to each other. God bless, and go Kraken. Get to that Game 7 so we can face whoever we face in the next round. Later. There it is.